Greetings, citizens! After years of loyal service, campaigns fought, and barbarians thoroughly discouraged, one might expect a hero's welcome, a triumph in Rome, perhaps a villa on the Bay of Naples. Instead, the Emperor, in his infinite wisdom, has granted me a strategic reassignment to this. A homestead, he called it. I call it a significant lack of pre-built infrastructure. To that end, we've received orders from the Empire to complete as many custom quest lines as we can. Everything from growing new crops and cooking up some tasty recipes, to automating our homestead with Create Engineering. My first order of business? Locating a suitable place to establish a farm, preferably one not already occupied by overly enthusiastic insects. Oh my goodness. We could have picked a better place to spawn. And while I'm sure reading these books would probably come in handy, it's not the first thing we're gonna do. Ooh, regeneration leaf. I'm a fan of that. Alright, let's try to get down without immediately losing the world. Well, we need wood anyway, we may as well start there. I don't think it was really necessary to have me spawn essentially on top of a mountain, but let's see if we can get some of the basics while we find our way down. There we go. We'll at least go to stone, and we're feeling better about that. Whoa! Whoa! Okay. There's apparently a tree falling mod that I wasn't aware of. I just want to get off the mountain. Whoa! Look at this cloud. I thought that was like, I don't know, like a mage casting a spell across the land. That's nuts. Ooh, I'll take the coal. We also need to remember it's going to be nighttime soon, and I'd prefer to find at least a temporary place to stay. And it's not that I don't appreciate what the Emperor did for us, granting us this land, but, you know, we could have been dropped off in a more convenient spot. Okay, now we're off. Ooh, new stuff, shelf fungi. Looks like there's a deer here. Very peaceful, lovely. Oh, hello. No, we're not ready for this. Let's just keep our distance, please. We keep moving. Need to find fertile ground and fields. Oh, look at it. There's a little... Where are you going? There's hedgehogs. Hello, Sonic. Thought he was supposed to be blue. Okay, finally, we're getting down to the sea level, which seems like a much more appropriate place to be. I shouldn't be running. I have no food. As he continues to run. Okay, finally. Down to sea level, we can use this to explore. We'll just need to make a boat. Hello, ducks. And what are you? Ooh, you look a little, aggressive. No, thank you. Okay, so it looks like, yeah, because this is taking forever to cut down, so I think it's, once we get to the end, timber! Thank you. We'll make ourselves a boat, and off we go. Lost but found? What does that mean? No idea. We're just getting advancements for basically moving around in the boat. I'm just that good. Ooh. Oh, is that pumpkins? Is that supposed to be one pumpkin? This is enormous. That's the biggest pumpkin I've ever seen. Ooh, hey. So don't take this the wrong way, but I'd really like to sleep tonight, and you only drop me one each. Is there another one? Quickly, please. I need another one. Hello, sir. Thank you. Well, that was a close one. Can you imagine someone of my rank having to not sleep through the night? Preposterous. There we go. What? Are you seeing this bed? Look at this. Look at that bed. It's lunch. I didn't even do that. That's lunchbox. That comes with the pack. That's incredible. All right, it's time to sleep. Oh, hey, look at that. It does a little day 2 thing just for me. That's very nice. Okay, and that I am in love with that. That is so cool. Well done, mod makers. Actually, real quick, before we go anywhere, we can do this, do that, one of these. We can get ourselves a campfire and leave that right here. And then we can put our mutton that we collected on there and get a little bit of food, because I am going to need it. You can even hear it sizzling on there. That is nice. There we go. Okay, that's not a bad start. Mutton in our bellies and a bed to sleep on. We'll get some torches while that's going and grab those, and we are ready to move on. Lovely. Now, what am I looking for? Nothing in particular, just a nice place for our homestead. Well, clearly near the water, but also it wouldn't hurt if there were neighboring structures nearby. I don't necessarily want to be all the way alone. A little bit of privacy is nice, but 1 or 2 neighbors wouldn't hurt. Ooh, we should grab some sugarcane while we're here. That'll come in handy later, I am certain. There's a lot in this mod pack I'm sure I'm not aware of yet, so we need to keep our eyes peeled and grab anything that looks like it might come in handy, because I didn't really show it yet, or I may have in the intro. But look at this, we've got not just the getting started sort of quest line, but on the left over here, look at all these things. Heart of the Homestead, we'll be doing some of that. Whispers of the Wild. Little vines and vintage, if you will. And then, of course, Cogs and Whimsy. That's going to be very helpful. They've got Create in here as well. So lots to do, lots of custom items, different things. And we want to do as much as possible in 100 days. Ooh, here's something. Doesn't look particularly nice. At the same time, it also looks like a little bit of nothing. Yeah, just a ruined bridge. Don't mind if I do. Now here we go, there's something. The question is, will it be a friendly something or an unfriendly something? Hello? Illusioner Shack doesn't sound friendly at all, actually. I have no armor, no food, well, barely any food. Ooh, hello. I will take it, thank you. And can I take that? I have a feeling I know what's in here, but I'd really like to know what's in this chest, thank you. Okay. I hear villagers too. Oh no! Okay, see, this was a mistake. Mistake. This was a mistake. It was a mistake that I made. Why did the Emperor send us here? No, 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 no. Ah! Where's my boat? Somebody give me my boat. Okay, I'm being hit. I can't see. He's following me very quickly. Get in the boat, get in the boat. I'm sorry, I didn't know it was your house. I kinda knew, but no, let's get out of here. Okay, that could have gone better. No, he didn't hit me. I think I'm okay, citizen. Okay, note to self, don't go into illusioners' huts. But look at that, we got some stuff. Ooh, Unbreaking 3, Power 3 bow. A bundle. I don't know how to use bundles, but there you go. Okay, that wasn't the smartest way to start. We should not do that thing again. We should find friendly people. Speaking of which, yeah, why are we sent to, like, the frontier where there are barbarians when this is supposed to be our retirement? I'd give the Emperor a piece of my mind if it wouldn't be treason. Ooh, this looks like something. Wild onions. Yes, please. Ooh, glowberries, too. Hello. We are going to be using copious amounts of these. Forgotten Forest doesn't sound like a nice name. It is very beautiful, though. Wow, look at this. It's also nighttime. Let's sleep. There we go. Yeah, I really like these. These are dark oak logs, but we're in a forgotten forest. Does that give me dark oak saplings or something different? This one's an oak log. Let's see what happens. Ooh, that broke my axe. Okay. Forbidden fruit. Thank you. And I'm out of room. Yeah, just oak saplings. Okay, our inventory's full. I could use the bundle, but that's not going to get us much further. We need to just keep going until we find a place to settle. Down, where is my boat? There you are. All right, I'll keep moving. I'll let you know when we find a place to settle down. We might be onto something here, citizen. I really like the look of this. We're by the water, we're by a mountain or a large hill. We've got the river crossing over to more space here. This might be the ticket. I'm gonna go a little bit further. Looks like there's lava in there, but yeah, this might be it. Yeah, it looks like this just keeps going out into other biomes, and if we open the map, looks like it actually wraps back around where we already came. This is the area I was talking about right here. That looked good to me. Near a cherry grove too, nice. Okay, let's turn back. I'm happy with that spot. Yeah, I mean, look at this. This is great. Oh, I didn't mention either, we do have free cam. So once we get up here, I can go into free cam, we can go up. You'll see a handsome legionary sitting down here with his apple, but up here, oh yeah, look at this. This is perfect. Color change between the two, depending on what we want to be doing. We've got access to a mountain here where we can establish mines. We've got the water, a lot more space right here if we need it. Oh, this is absolutely perfect. All right, let's settle down. We will need to do quite a lot of terraforming, but that's never been an issue. And it might not hurt to have a place that's almost built into the side of the mountain, because bear with me here in FreeCam again, if we were to say maybe build a homestead, beginning with our house right around here, we could have a hallway that leads into the mountain, so that would be our mine. We have space on either side, because I'm assuming we'll want things like animal pens, and then also farms that we can continue to build out to this direction. And in the future, we could even have a bridge going over the water. Yep, that's perfect. So, first things first, we should get some chests. And actually, I think we have sophisticated backpacks as a part of this mod pack as well. So that's something to look out for. For now, we're just gonna unload pretty much everything. There we go, organize that. We'll keep a bit. And I'm gonna clear a bit of area here. This is gonna be where the house goes, the starter house, which means trees down. That is a really cool animation when these trees fall. I like that a lot. And then once we have these cleared, at least from the immediate area. Ah! Barely alive. Yeah, I'd say so. Blueberries. Oh, we're getting rid of those. That is going to be super annoying. But anyway, once we've felled all the trees, we'll have to sleep in a second, but I think I'm going to, first of all, take a look. There we go, flatten up a bit. We'll get rid of that one. I want to keep the ones at the back because those look nice. We're going to flatten out an area. We're going to dig out some of the dirt and get a perfect little spot for a house. This one's probably going to break my axe. And boop. Oh, no, it didn't. Going to be a lot of wood, though. Hooray! I know what we're building our house out of. Okay, let's do this. We'll say this is the level that we want. Whoops. And what I mean by that is this needs to go. We're going to take out this level here. Also going to give us some of the dirt we're going to need because there's a couple holes around here that we want to fill in. Otherwise, I will be constantly falling into them. Actually, I'm going to go through a lot of shovels, so let's take a look. Ooh, you can make like combination type shovels. I was looking if there was anything a little bit like between iron and stone, but not that I'm really seeing. There is a bit of iron up there, but honestly, I think we're just gonna go for it. Can't believe I'm being forced to do my own manual labor. I'm a senator. I shouldn't have to do this myself. Ooh, what happened here? Ah! Okay, that happened there. Wow, these things are just like taking out mobs for us. Well, guess they have their uses. And here's the last little bit right here. There we go. Have a look, and that is a much better spot for a house. We'll clear out some of the vegetation here as well. Plus, the reason I wanted all that dirt, I'm going to go into these caves and light it up, then we'll cover it up with dirt. And the same thing goes for this over here. So we'll just do a little bit of cleanup there, and then we should have a very nice looking area for a house. Okay, let's head in here real quick. Hopefully it's unoccupied. Looks alright so far. Yeah, I think this is nothing. I wasn't afraid. And on the other side, mainly water. Okay, so all we have to do is cover this up. There we go, like it never existed. Ooh, we got some more over here. No problem. And same thing over here. Ah! That is never not gonna get me. Now we clear all this stuff out. Another upside to this, we're getting a lot of different kinds of flowers and plants. So when we go to build the house, we can replant a lot of this in just a better looking orientation, or I don't know the right word, layout maybe. Okay, we're being overrun by ducks, but I think we have the area for a house. And then once we have this house up, I think we'll be able to start getting into the quest line, which I'm very much looking forward to. And for the house, we have plenty of oak, but I don't think it makes sense to just build it out of oak. So we could do a bit of mining, get some cobblestone, or we could look at the other trees in the area. What are the ones across the water? Dark oak, that could work. Timber! Grab a few of these, then head back. Oh, there's spruce too. There's a mix of a bunch of stuff in here. Oh, it's an ant. Yucky. No bugs. Ah, oh, those blueberries. Maple log, that's new. Yeah, we're getting plenty of stuff now. Okay, that should probably do it. And we got new saplings if we want to plant any closer to our area. And out of curiosity, so we've got a maple log. What does that look like? Stripped, okay. And the planks, those are kind of nice actually. I think we can work with this. Okay, let's lay out the foundation using oak logs. And what I had in mind, this would be the entrance to the mine right here. So we would go into the mountain from right here, which means near the back of the house, we want something like this. We could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in between. That way it's an odd number. We can have a door leading out this way. And then I'll count out some more, but we need to sleep first. And then my thought is it could maybe come out in this direction, then go this way. And then the rest of the area will be for like farms and pens and things like that. There we go. Not overly complex, but something like that for a layout. In fact, I wonder if we should go a little bit bigger. I usually make things too big. That's why I tried to go a little bit smaller here. Yeah, we could always build additions to it if we need to. So let's go through, make each of these, I'd say 3 tall. Oh, another thought, we could also make a second floor to this as well. So if we need more space, that's an option. There we go. Let's strip all of those logs and a bit more digging. We need to dig out the floor. There we are. And since it is a starter house, we'll keep things simple and just fill the floor with oak plank. There we go. Followed by the maple planks for the walls. Will give us a nice contrast. There we go. How does that look? Yeah, that'll be nice. We need to find something different for the roof, though. There we go. Now I got a little overzealous, and we need to cut out the doorways as well as windows. There we go. And finally, no, not finally, I don't know why I said that. But next, we'll grab some spruce doors and put those at each of the entrances, and then we'll just have a look. Yeah, I think that'll be plenty space, at least for the beginning. And like I said, there's a lot of area here that I want to utilize, so as we need more, I'm just going to kind of branch around this corner here, and on the other side as well. Now, what are we doing about the roof? I'm kind of thinking cobble and dark oak. We'll need a lot more dark oak, so I'm hoping there's more over there. Actually, I should have planted it earlier. I picked up those saplings. There you are. So we'll plant a few of these, and then we'll go mining a little bit just to get some cobble, and the combination of those two will make a very nice roof. And if we are going to open up a mine, I'm thinking, because this will be maybe even like a hallway, we might even cover this, but it'll come from here out this way. In fact, we may as well do this, and that leads into right here. So this will be the start of our mine. What is this? White puffball cap. Interesting. So I'll start digging down here and I'll let you know if we find anything of note. Well, hello, beautiful. Seriously? Only one? Okay, there you are. Okay, we've got something here, but first of all, I do believe that iron belongs to me. Ooh, it goes out into a cave too. Hello? Alright, I need to get an area here where I can dig this iron out and get rid of the water. There we go, much better. 10 iron, I'll take it. Ooh, granite copper ore. That looks pretty cool. Very shiny. Also, we've got a new area down here, it looks like. And to me, this just screams be careful. Well, let's try to light it up quickly. Ooh, what is this? Urn. I don't want to touch that yet. It might be haunted. Then we'll take you. There's a lot of copper down here. We might have to use that for something. If I wasn't so lazy, I would even do a copper roof. And now that I said that, that seems like a good idea. Ah! No, 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 no. I don't have a shield. I'm not ready for skeletrons. That's our cue, actually. Let's head back up. We can come back down here and explore more. But we got some iron. We can get ourselves a shield. And, well, maybe not enough for a roof. But we could always get more, obviously. Or no, the cobblestone was going to be the border anyway, so I don't need a lot of it. Ah, good to be back up here. Oh, we can move this stuff in there. Well, it'd be a pain to do that with all of this, so maybe not. And our trees grew. Beautiful. So we will grab all of that, and we will surely need a few more axes for that. And it also gives us an opportunity to make a furnace. And before I don't really want to use all my coal up, so before we do the iron, let's use our coal to cook a stack of oak logs. That way we can get some charcoal. There we go. Got that running. We need to go to sleep. Then we'll chop down all these trees. Down we go. It's very difficult to not shout timber every time one of these goes down. It is nice how even though it falls down that way, when it kind of finishes, all the stuff just sprouts right where you chopped it from, so it's just much easier to collect. And my assumption is after those trees, this should be plenty, because that'll give us 3.5 stacks. Here's hoping. In fact, I kinda don't want to use cobblestone for the roof. If we're making charcoal anyway, I could get stone and then get stone brick, which I prefer. Also, by the way, I sincerely hope I'm annoying a lot of people out there by the way I say roof, because I do, believe it or not, and I get a lot of comments about that. And that's a joke. I'm guessing you very easily believe it. There we go. Actually, let's keep a bit of that. I don't know. I'm bad at judging. It could be enough, could not be, but I actually need the stone first. So I might go just dig up a lot of cobble while we wait for this to complete. Then we'll come back up and we'll finish this up. Also, maybe that skeleton's gone now. Task completed. 3-pointed dripstone. Okay, apparently I'm completing tasks. More iron as well. Iron will. Okay, there's a creeper over there. 100%, so we need to watch that. But there's so much iron, I can't help myself. I must have it all. I'd like to drop a torch over here, because that's where things appear to continue spawning. Yeah, that opens up quite a bit, so we'll just leave a couple torches. Oh, okay, maybe it won't notice us. If we just kind of dig from right here. Hey buddy. He noticed us. All right, we're doing this. There you go. You have that, and maybe one of these. And if you, oh, jeez. Okay. Hey, look what he found for us. Oh, come on, more. Well, we'll try that again. Hiya! And hiya! There we go. See, that's what I meant to do the first time. Just drop a couple. Get the iron before any more friends join us. Alright, up to 33 iron. Not bad. And we lit it up a little bit more, so that should be fewer mobs. There's more down there, but I don't want to go down there yet. Let's just get more cobble, and then we'll head back up. Oh, actually, I wasn't even thinking about that, but as we're mining, we're finding andesite. We should get a bunch of that. We can't forget, create is in this pack, so that's going to come in very, very useful. What is this? Rhyolite? That is definitely new. And hello. Yes, please. Alright, we're down to deep slate. That means we should head back up. And hopefully you're almost done? Yeah, you're almost done. Okay, so we got 41 andesite. We got to keep that near at hand. Oh, that's cool. Peaceful moon rises. Too bright for monsters. I have never seen that before. Does that mean we can work through the night? Let's have a look. Ooh. Wow. Look at that, citizen. That's beautiful. Whoa. And it's even moving too. That is nuts. Wow, I'm impressed. That is very, very cool. Yeah, we're definitely working through the night then. Okay, so what we want to do is get 2 furnaces. We take our 64 charcoal, put half in here with cobblestone. We put the other half in here with iron, and we let that run. We'll have to do 2 more stacks of cobblestone. I'm going to use that and the dark oak. And then we should have at least a functional building. At that point, we'll be able to move on to this. Not create just yet, but probably checking that we're doing at least many of the first sprout questline. In fact, we've already done many. Collect 20 raw iron. Ooh. Okay, so we have actually been getting some good stuff by checking these off. Well, not yet, but we're about to. Because we can go through and collect these each manually, or I think right up here, click to collect all rewards. I could just do that. And visit the Skyrise Vale biome, and also Forgotten Forest biome. Oh yeah, I remember we got that one. Okay, so let's do collect all rewards. There we go. Beautiful. Paraglider? What? No way. Okay, we'll put some of that stuff away for now. But excuse me, what basic paraglider? Equipable in trinket slots, back, cape, and gliders. Backpack, cape? That right there, I think? Basic paraglider in there. Am I wearing it? I don't see anything. Maybe I take it out? My assumption would be more like a double jump, so if we go... Oh, no way! Whoa! Oh, how cool is that? I'm Link! Oh, okay, so it does have durability. That is so... How do you make those? I'm gonna want those. Basic, gold, iron, diamond, netherite, so you can upgrade them. The one I have is reinforced paper, string, feathers, things like that. Reinforced paper, gold. So it's leather and paper, and then in order to upgrade them, you just add gold to it. What's that, iron? Yeah, same. So, okay. So, that is so cool. So we need to get a cow farm for leather. I'm already planning. I know I want lots of paraglider stuff. String, feathers, okay. Well, we've got one now. We'll wait till that breaks, but oh my goodness, how cool is that? If we were up on top of there, can you imagine? I want to do it again. I'm wasting the durability, but look at this. That is just too cool. I cannot get over that. Wow. Yeah, call me impressed easily. I don't mind. Did I notice this before? That the moon was like an absolutely enormous cube? Did we talk about that? Was it not in the sky before? I don't remember that being there. Massive. Also, I just realized we have the chipped mod as well, so maybe we didn't need stone. Well, for the future, maybe we don't need to. Do we have that little hand tool thing? Because we have the tables, and we can use those. They're kind of expensive, 2 iron. But do we have, I think it was called a chisel? No. And a saw. Yeah, because they were hand tools of the same thing, but it looks like you gotta use the tables. So eventually we'll get that for more varieties on different kinds of blocks, but for now we'll just use the stone. Ooh, okay. I just did the welcome to homestead thing, and I apparently got random rewards that I didn't realize. Oh, we're getting more. Hey, wow. It just gave us like a full set of starter tools. I will take that, thank you. What else do we have? Craft 32 sticks. That's, dare I say, too easy. There we go, 32 sticks. Stick it together. Craft a stone sword, that was another one. Okay, just kind of going through what I can of the starter ones. Needed a stone hoe too, apparently. There we go. Beautiful, more iron. Collect 8 of each type of meat. Okay, and full iron armor, obviously. Ooh, there's new kinds of storage too. There is just so much going on in this mod pack. This is fantastic. So excited! Ooh, this one looks good. Getting settled. All you have to do is place all of these things, which we can do inside the house once we're finished, and then look at these random rewards. There's some really good stuff you can get. Oh, I just realized the percentage is there though. 0.01% chance of a block of diamond. Wow! 64 blocks of netherite. Whoop, rain time. Well, we've almost got a stack of this, so once this cobble finishes, I started a second one up here, but once this one is done, I'll make some stone brick, like so, and then we'll also grab a bunch of stairs because we're going to need them, and then we can get started. Gotta decide what I want to do for this as well. It'll be a blend of the brick and the stairs because I kind of want it to peak up a little bit, like if we go back, kind of like that, and then join in the middle. That should look nice. So since it's raining anyway, I'll get this done on the rainy day, and hopefully once it's cleared up, you'll be able to see more of the outline done, and all we have to do is fill it with the dark oak once we finished with that. See you in a bit, citizen. There we go. The sun is shining and the roof border is on. That looks pretty good. All we have to do is fill it with the dark oak now, which shouldn't be too bad because all we have to do is fill the sort of outline that already exists. Nope, I didn't fall. Nope, nope, nope. All right, so we did one part, and that's an example of how the rest is going to look, and I think it looks nice. I like the color combinations. Just need to make sure as we do these, we turn and it connects up with what exists here already. Yeah, it looks like the only thing is it might, because these ones are slightly shorter than that one, we might have to do something a little bit different here, but I won't know until I build it out. So if it ends like that normally, I could do this pretty easily. Let's just maybe replace that with one of these. Yeah, that should work. Just double check. Yeah, that should work fine. Okay, other side. Well, we officially have a place to stay now. I'm happy with it. Everything's looking good here. The only problem is I ran out of most of my food while we were building. I've just got 17 apples left. So after I move everything here into the house, I think it's time we start on some quest lines that are going to get us some food. So give me one moment. We're going to grab all of this. We're going to move it inside. Then we're going to take a look at the quest book. Okay, everything's moved in here. Some very light organization. Just the kind of building block type stuff. We've got our plants and produce and fungi, all that sort of stuff. Random junk in this chest and shiny stuff-ish, kinda. Not really, you know what I mean. But we've got that in here. It's time to look at the quest book. And I do think we'll just naturally start checking some of these things off in the regular homestead or first sprout questline. What I want to do is look at this, the heart of the homestead. Because like I said, we need food, and this is the Farmer's Delight mod questline. Get ready for some farming and some grinding. Good luck, you're gonna need it. Okay, I don't know what is in for us. Hunt and gather. Alright, where do we begin? We have to make a kitchen. Decorate with at least 5 Farmer's Delight decor blocks. Alright, is that available to me now? Yeah, we can make cabinets. Cutting board, yeah, a couple of these things. Alright, we still have a lot of dark oak, so I'm gonna use a bit of that. We can get dark oak cabinets. Why don't we get a couple cutting boards? I don't know if those will come in handy or not, but why not? A stove seems like something we would need, but I don't know that I can get bricks just yet. No, well, I could go looking. Well, first of all, let's say this area here is going to be the kitchen, and we'll have our dark oak cabinets on either side. I'm assuming, yeah, we can store stuff in here, so for now, let's put that knife and apple pie we got from the quest in there. Give ourselves some counter space on either side, cutting board there, and we'll put one over here, and let's see if we can get a stove in the middle. So we'll need 16 clay, right? Which I guess we could use create. If we needed to, we could just wash sand, for example. Let's go see if we can find any, but if not, we could use this as an excuse to start making some create stuff. Gravel, dirt, sand, clay. Yeah, we've got some here. So we cook up that clay for dinner. No, not dinner. We're not going to eat it. Hey, I know I don't have any glass here yet, but that doesn't mean you can just walk in, Mr. Duck. There are rules. There we are. We got some bricks. I believe that's everything we need for a stove. Still not sure if that's useful or not, but ooh, I like that. Now, does that count? What does it say? 39%? Okay, I guess the stove doesn't count. Or no, it does. With at least 5, but it's telling me I need to do these things. So I actually have to have specific things? They lied to me. Okay, that's closer. Now we've got the cabinets, the cutting board, the stove, canvas rug, and baskets. To get canvas, we need straw, and straw is either milling or using a knife on stuff. This is all pretty new to me. I've never done Farmer's Delight before. Ooh, another peaceful moon rises. Well, they gave us that knife. Where did I put it? There you are. Flint knife. So, if I just run around like a madman with this knife and take out the tall grass. Oh yeah, look at that. Gives me straw. Okay. Well, that's not too bad. It also doesn't look like it's using any durability, which is nice. I think I also need bamboo. Did we pick up any bamboo? I don't remember. Doing the math, though, I think we would need like 2 stacks of straw. That's a lot. Yeah, because I'd need bamboo for the basket, and I don't have any. So maybe I go on an adventure and we just leave the duck in charge for a while. Head out to find some bamboo, collect some more straw, everybody happy. Nom 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 nom. I guess we keep following the river the way we were going until we find a jungle or something. That's my best idea. I'll be back in a little bit, house. Don't burn down when I'm gone. Well, this is quite peaceful, isn't it? Little midnight row. What is that? Wild harvest. I'm just going nuts with my knife and I'm getting advancements for that. It's another nice area out here, but no bamboo. I see smoke rising up there. Maybe somebody there has some bamboo for us. Hello? Oh, they don't look friendly, actually. Yeah, I think we'll maybe give that one a pass. No, thank you. See, you don't scream friendly to me. So no. No. It's not an entirely peaceful land, that's for sure. Is that? Yep, it is. Another portal here. Anything useful? I don't know if we'll need these, but I'm gonna take them. Whoa! What? Whoa! Okay, apparently magma blocks work automatically as, kind of like they do underwater, but on the land as well with your glider. Who knew? Ah! I can't even get close to this thing. Go down. I don't want to waste all the durability. How do I close this thing? Oh, there we go. Ow. No, I don't want to use it. It keeps automatically shooting me up into the air. This is what I was interested in. Dimensional tears. Drink to return to your spawn point or world spawn. That's kind of cool, I guess. I'll take it. I don't plan on using it. And I do see you. I'll have that. And we'll move on. Got a nice little bridge here covering the water. Doesn't appear to be structures around it, though. Just a bridge. And another bridge. I wonder if there is anything around here. The grassland. Probably a good place to get the rest of our straw, come to think of it. And there's a house up here. This would have been another good place to build. Look at all that space. I'm still happy with where we chose, but man, look at all that. Wow. Hello? Anybody home? Cobweb entanglement? What is that supposed to mean? Discover a spider cave. What? Better not be spider cave. I did no such thing. Yeah, that's more like it. Safe haven. Dungeons and taverns. Ooh. Oh. Is this the spiders? I'm so confused. We're apparently, like, by spiders, but also a safe haven and taverns, and I don't know what's going on. There's a shepherd guy here. And what are you, sir? A toolsmith. You could come in handy in the future. Ah, hay bales. I will relieve you of these. I'm sure they've been taking up way too much space. You've been trying to get rid of them. You just can't shift them. I am here to help. I'll also take a look in here, and yeah, we'll get rid of some of this for you as well. I'm just that kind of helpful guy. I am also a guy that is completely out of inventory space. But let's have a look inside anyway. Hello? Got some stuff growing up through your floor there, but I'm sure it's fine. Raw chicken, raw rabbit, okay. What else have we got? Ooh, a bee bed. Just what I always never wanted. What do we have up here? More hay bales that you need me to take. And hello? Call for adventure? Yeah, call for adventure. Is that because of this map? Creeping crypt map. I don't like that. Nope, not one bit. I will take the pumpkin pie. Creeping crypt. I don't think I want anything to do with the creeping crypt. Not right now. Potentially not ever. But definitely not right now. By the way, can I turn hay into straw? No, but I could use bamboo. If I could ever find bamboo. Well, either way, I think we got what we needed here. Didn't even know I needed it. But we're ready to move on, and if we ever need a creeping crypt, we know where to find one. Oh, look. Oh, what? Is that a treehouse? Look up there. That also is jungle wood. That mean bamboo is nearby? Yeah, it's like a floating village. Look at that. That's really cool. Hello, sir. A farmer, huh? Is this the way up? Look at this. You got your own little farms going on in here. You got some free stuff just for me. Got a place for me to sleep right here. Wow, looking at the little mini-map, this place is crawling with villagers. Jungle beets? I don't know what any of these advancements mean. Oh, yeah, see, it says I'm in a jungle. Where's the bamboo? There's jungle logs, vines, cocoa, creepers, no bamboo. Oh, hey, here we go. Haha! Just had to be tenacious enough. Let's get rid of these, take those. Okay, whew, finally. It was just in a chest, too. Thought we'd have to find it naturally, but nope. Golden apple. And a spyglass. I'm having to get rid of so much stuff. Alright, there we go. We definitely need to head back. I am so out of room. And we got what we needed. Thanks, plebs. Appreciate it. Back to the boat, and away we go. Oh, there are pillagers shooting at me. I hear the arrows. No. Where did you even come from? What? What? Why? I did nothing to you. What, are they like the hired muscle of the village? They're on my tail, citizen. I didn't bring anything to protect myself. I'm just a man with an apple. Where's my boat? They are still right behind me. What gives? I did nothing to you. Out of the way, squid. Whew. Okay, I don't think they'll be able to keep up now. Let's head home. And we're having to pass these guys again. They are not happy for whatever reason. It's almost like they hate Rome. But that can't be. Who hates Rome? Nobody. Another thing I didn't think about, but it will come in handy, we picked up potatoes and wheat. Now we can start collecting animals and building the beginnings of the, I don't know what you would call it, the cattle side of the farm? Not the produce, obviously. Ah, homestead, sweet homestead. Okay, we definitely need to empty out our inventory. For now, put all of this stuff in here. And for now, we just plant the bamboo out here because we are going to need a decent amount, I think. Oh, there we go. We'll get that started. Oh, I wonder if we're doing the quests in the wrong order because there's another one here that said what we already did. Use the knife to cut the straw. That gives us more straw and a basket and oak cabinets, which is things that we needed for this other one. So maybe we're supposed to go in this order? I don't know, citizen. It says we need 32 of these, which would take 16 canvas, I think. Oh, we can do that now. So if we got 16 canvas, that gives us double the canvas rug. That's what we needed. Okay, maybe we can do this. How does this look, by the way? Not terrible. Adds a little something. Put it here, say wipe your feet before you come in. What does this look like to you? That should be everything we need for these, the baskets. We can get 2 more of those. That gives us our 3. Are we done? We're done. Cozy kitchen. Ooh, and now we get a winemaker apron. Winemaker's desire, full set, bone meal won't get consumed? Wow, that's actually pretty good. Get some rewards. And a warden hoe? What? Get out of town. What is this? Wow, that looks fancy. We're gonna need it. We're gonna start gardening soon. And I mean, yeah, you know we gotta put this on. Winemaker's apron. How do we look? Actually, not a whole lot different. It just kind of keeps the red. That's not bad. Gives us a bit of armor too. Why not? We're going full dad mode here. Next thing you know, we'll have one that says kiss the cook or something. Love it. Don't know what these baskets are supposed to do, but it looks like you can have them kind of sideways, or I bet they can be upside down. Yeah. Well, they're a decoration now. Might end up needing them. Not sure. But that looks pretty good for a starter kitchen. Also, it looks like we've accidentally been doing a couple more of these. Let's collect all our rewards. Liquid courage. I like the sound of that. Hop seeds. There we found our own brewery. Although Fruits of the Vine seems a bit more our style. More Glory to Rome style. Okay, now this is when I was thinking on getting a little bit more complex. The reason for that, this looks pretty easy, you know, just 4 of each, but when we get to this, when we need crates of things, each crate, if I'm not mistaken, is, you know, a bit there. So not that it's like an enormous amount of each of these, but I think it's a good enough excuse to start automating, at least like lightly. So because of that, we can move into some of these where we get some harvests going. And yeah, I mean, look at this. Like, we'll need to make stuffed potatoes. That's 64 of them, and I'm sure we need a few things for the recipe there. So yeah, we're going to need a lot of produce and different things growing. So why don't we also get a start on cogs and whimsy? Because as you are, I'm sure, aware, because you've watched every single video on the channel by now, we have been on the Just Create SMP, and we've been doing things like this already, including mechanical harvesters, which we could use to automate a farm, and I like the sound of that. So, first things first, we have some decisions to make, because if we go to free cam, we need to decide, well, first of all, I have to chop down some of these trees. I was just growing some extra ones, but what do we want to do for farms and the animal area? Kind of think where it's more lush over here, the more green, we should maybe do a tiered sort of farm. I'd have to cover this part up, but after that, this would probably be a good area for that. The farms, that is. And then maybe somewhere back here for the animal area. Yeah, let's begin by bringing down some of this stuff that I just grew, and then maybe we'll put up some fences just to kind of mark out the area that we're thinking for each thing. Alright, we just cleared out a few more trees, which means we can light up this area. Ooh, wild strawberries. I'm finding all the good stuff. Alright, yeah, but we're gonna light this up and then cover it up like it never existed. I'm hoping lush dirt can turn into grass because I didn't realize it was not regular dirt until I started placing it. It's definitely different. You can see that when I put them next to each other. Coarse dirt, lush dirt, actually coarse dirt, that will not grow grass, I'm pretty sure. But we'll just see what happens as we build the area out. But that should be better covered. I missed a spot. That never happened. Yeah, it looks a little bit strange here, especially if that's not going to grow grass on it. So maybe we'll build something there? I don't know. While I'm thinking about it, any of the flowers that we pick up, I'm just going to put around the house and slowly start expanding those outward. I don't know about you, but nothing makes me think of the Roman military like flower collecting. the manliest activity I can think of. I don't know if this will be the permanent spot, but I do want to start collecting animals, especially cows, because I think we'll need leather for some of the things we're going to be working on here. And I see both cows and pigs over there, so got one in each hand. Potatoes and wheat. We should be able to tempt them over. And actually, there's sheep too. We might be able to get all 3 in one. Oh, we need bones. Get a dog too. Yeah. So much to do. Okay, so 2 sheep. There we go. Got a pig. We need some cows over here. I can't say anything. There's sunflowers on my face. There's also an ant following me, and I don't know if that's because it wants the potato, but it's creeping me out. Okay, 1 more pig, 1 more cow. There's our cow. Now there's pigs over here, I think. There you are. Yep, follow me. Right over this way. Cross the water, if you will. Hopefully the ant will stay there. No, I need you too, cow. Where are you going? There we go. It's quite a haul. Yeah, take your time. No rush or anything. Jeez. Wait, I might have carry-on. Hold on. It would be worth checking. This is taking forever. Take these out. Do I have carry-on? Yes. This will be much easier. He's riding on my back. Look at that. Oh, wow. That's incredible. Yeah, that's more what I was expecting, like that. Just carrying him. Okay, so we need to quickly get each of them into here before they all disperse. Don't go anywhere. Give me the cow. Is that going to look the same way? It certainly is. Just riding on my back. As they do. Alright, I've smelled better things in my life, but, you know, we do what we have to over here. Ugh, gross. We'll have to make more pens, because right now I'm doubling up on them. Now it's just the pigs. There we go, and what the heck, we'll grab some ducks too. I'm guessing we might need eggs for recipes. Hey buddy, 1 more duck. Huzzah! Okay, now I think what I'll do is every once in a while come by and breed up the cows and the sheep, because those are the ones we're definitely going to need. Why am I not seeing any particles? Huh, I don't know. It's working though. And then we'll probably get them some more space, because like I said, this is very simple pens right here. Should make a barn and just a more impressive area, but what I was thinking now is we'll make some pathways that come across here, go past these pens, and then over to this area, which will be our gardens, or automated farms, hopefully. That's what I'm wanting to do. I did not see this. This is right next to us. It says 2,000 blocks that way. What is that way? Might have to check at some point. Anywho, I'm going to take a look through the quests and see what are the likely things that we'll want to get planted, and also see if we have the seeds or anything like that, because we might need to go out and find some more things like that. So I will look at that, and I'll let you know what I come up with. Oh, no way. I collected a lot of bamboo, so I get a panda plushie? Harvest Moon, your crops. I don't have any crops. Whoops. Anyway, this is more important. You can put that in the hat slot. Look at that. Lunchbox lying on our head. Panda hat. I love it. Anyway, wasn't supposed to be doing that. So, some of the usual stuff, potatoes, carrots, beetroot, steak and potato, stuffed potato. Stuffed potato is baked potato, beef, and milk. So yeah, lots of cow stuff we'll need there. Wow, steak and potato. I mean, it looks like it's really good. Gives you nourishment, whatever that is, just lots of stuff. But look at this bowl, steak, baked potato, cooked rice, onions. I think we found onions. Don't know about rice. Let's sort what we have. I don't know what we can plant. That's the issue. Like, can I just plant an onion? Is that how it works? So I'm happy to just plant a little bit of everything that we have. Yeah, let's just do that. We'll make a bucket. I'll grab some water. Ooh, creeper with our animals. That's not great, but the idea... What? Who are you? Excuse you? Wandering winemaker? Okay, maybe you and me could be friends. Grass slab. What? White grape seed, Wintanga, Savannah, grape juice, cherry wine. Weird. Okay, I mean, I've got some of this stuff already. I've got grape seeds, white grape seeds. I've got that. Red grape. Yeah, I don't know that I need any of this stuff, fella. I will say, though, those leads are looking mighty fine. So if I just pick up each one of your fellas here, put them over there, now we've got 2 leads. And I'm happy with that. Oh, no! Ah, I'm so stupid. I knew there was a creeper there. We're down to 3 hearts. You could have warned me. This guy just stood there and watched. Oh, I'm dumb. Man. I commented on the creeper. I said, look, it's a creeper. Then I turn my back and I start talking to winemakers. Oh, how do I get myself into these trouble? Yeah, we're gonna keep you, wine donkey. Don't be like that. I just got blown up by a creeper. We're gonna be friends. Come on now, I don't have all day. Okay. At least, where'd you go? Stop running around everywhere. At least come up here and just sit here for a minute so we can try to become friends. Guy really doesn't like me. Are they impossible to tame? They want apples or something? Is that what donkeys like? Hey, there we go. Now we got it. Okay, you're next. Oh, I'm sorry. You're mules. You're not donkeys. Okay. There we go. Now we're all friends. Except for you. You didn't warn me that a creeper was behind me. What a jerk. Alright, let's fix this. And try to remember what I was working on. Oh yeah, we were going to plant a bunch of stuff. So, for now, this will make a more impressive path later. I'll kind of make it better looking, but heads over this way, past the animals, then maybe follow it along here, goes around. Yeah. I kind of want it a little bit windy. Also, can I do the water bucket trick to get rid of some of this stuff? Yeah. And here comes the rain. I must be finding new things as I'm doing this, because we're getting more advancements. Alright, so we've got a little beginner farm here. I'm just seeing what I can plant. So this was the one I was curious about, onions. Okay, so I can just plant the onions. Okay, good. We've got potatoes. We're gonna do those. Because this, I don't know. I'm getting tongue-tied. Let me step back and say this. Obviously, just a strange little patch for a farm right there. So what I'm planning on doing is just using this to multiply the seeds that I have. So we'll just go in rows, and everything that we've got, we'll do that. Once I have more of those, I'll turn this entire area into a farm. And then we'll decide how automated we want to get. So like what sort of create components we might want to use for this. And then as you can see, this wraps all the way around, so we can use both sides for different kinds of farmland. And we can use that to start checking off some of those Farmer's Delight quest lines, I'm assuming. But as I mentioned, we need to find which things we can plant. So for example, this is one I can't, red grape seeds. And I'm assuming we have to do it a certain way, like they might need to grow up a wall or something like that. I'm not quite sure. What about hops? Yeah, I can't do those either. Okay, so asparagus? Nope. I guess that means we're just doing a bit more wheat. Or wait, we need things still like tomatoes and what was the other stuff? Rice, that was another one. Yeah, rice, tomatoes, wild rice. So maybe I'll go look for those things while this grows, because then we could have everything we would need and automate it from there. Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. So before we head out, let's take a look. So we will want carrots, beetroot. No, we have that. We have that in potatoes. We want carrots, cabbage, tomato, because we have onion, beetroot, and potato. So carrot, cabbage, tomato. And I don't know what would be the likeliest place to find that sort of stuff. Meadow, plains. Yeah, I'm kind of curious anyway what we can do. Actually, I should probably make iron armor before we go out, but what I was going to say, what happened to that sign? Here it is. We could follow this. Whatever this is. Way sign. Supplementaries. This must be a sign. It is a sign. Follow me to find a village. Okay, so this leads to a village. What actually might be good, because they could have their own farms. And we could steal, or I mean, requisition what we need from the villagers. Yeah, I like the plan. Also, what are you? Dog? What? Look at you. You're like, I don't even know, like a mastiff or something? What? He howls! Hold on, do I have any bones? I'd love to have a dog going with us. I have 2 bones. And really quick, let's make some, at least a helmet, and I've already got my apron on, so we'll just get a couple other things. There we go. Oh yeah, I look very official. Look at that. Don't mess with me. Okay, bones. Please don't go anywhere, dog. And it's turning tonight. That's not good. Quickly. Where'd you go, puppy dog? Oh, he's still here. Now, would you be interested in a couple bones so that we could be friends for life? Oh, come on. No. Can you go on a lead? Yeah, you can. Okay, hopefully you stay until I can get more bones. We must be friends. Okay, you stay there. Don't go anywhere. You're guarding the chickens and stuff, or ducks, whatever. And please just stay. I'll look for more bones. I really hope he doesn't despawn. But Tui! Okay, we've been getting distracted. We need to head out and get stuff that I already forgot about. Tomatoes, cabbage, and something. Cabbage, tomato, carrots. Carrots, that's right. Okay, 2,000 blocks that way. Climbing up the mountain. Doo, 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 doo. We're in a meadow, apparently. Alpine paradise? Embark on an adventure to uncover the hidden beauty of the meadow biome. Well, I can't see it yet. Yeah, pretty beauteous so far. Ooh, that's pretty beauteous too right here. Hello. I probably should have made a shield too. Lovely. Got something over here, but I can see on the map that it's pillagers. Yeah, let's get a shield. Do one of these, one of those. At least I brought the stuff that I need in order to create one. There we go. Alright, now dare we take a look at this camp? We're a little bit more protected, but you have an enchanted one. That could go right through me. What is that? Mystical elk. Stop shooting the mystical elks! You got some goodies in here for me? Hey, carrots! That's one of the things we were looking for. Hey, fellas, I'm just trying to steal some of your stuff. Does that mean we can't be friends, really? I don't see why not. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. This isn't good. This isn't good. This isn't good. Ow. Does that guy have, like, piercing or something? Because it feels like I'm getting hit when I shouldn't. Yeah, I think he does. I think they got him for me. Yeah, just keep hitting each other. That's very helpful. Thank you. Goodbye. Okay. Is that going to give me a minute to keep looking through their stuff over here? Because I'd very much like to. I'll take some of that, yeah. Some of that, lots of axes. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of golden... What? Where are you guys getting all these golden apples from? And I just got a ton of these, I hear you. Oh, there you are. Yeah, you guys just hang over there. I'm gonna go this way. What is that? Roasted buffalo ham. Ow! I really just kind of want to... Diz me a dozen? What does that mean? Okay, I think it's all the same stuff. We got what we need. Let's get out of here. These guys are not good hosts. I also lost my bearings. I don't remember which way we're supposed to be going. Oh, you're the one that followed us, huh? Okay, well, we can take care of that. Thank you. Okay. Sign was down here, and I think it said to go that way. Oh, it's probably leading to this right here. So, northeast-ish. And we already found one. We found carrots, and lots of golden apples. Look at that. But, we need, tomatoes, and... Whoa, hello. Moo blooms. Whoop, what are you? Fernling. There's a lot of little weird stuff. I don't want to slay you because you might be unique, and I don't know if I need special animals like that. Ooh, purdy. Do you have farms? Man, finding all these other areas that would have been really nice to settle down in. I still think we picked a good spot though. Whee! That's never gonna get old. Buried villager. Oh, sad. Is this a gravestone? Okay, we're not going digging there. Hello, plebs. I'm here to collect taxes. Ah, hello, villager, and Clark wine, whatever that means. Got some grapes, grape seeds. No, we don't really need that. The noble drop. I love it. Ooh, a fermentation barrel. We might need this. Let's bring it with us. Yeah, I'm sure you need it too, but I need it more. Apple wine? Okay. You know what I just realized? I'm pretty sure we can get backpacks, and I haven't been doing that. Yep, I'm dumb. I could really use a backpack. And it's not really that bad. We might even be able to make one on the fly out here. Keep a lookout for string. If we can find string, we'll be in business. Go back and slaughter those cows. Ah, see, this is what I was talking about. I wonder if we need this kind of thing to grow the grapes. An oak lattice. No, not lettuce. Lattice. Poppy, wheat. No, not what I need. Enchanted basin. Why enchanted? What does that mean? Ooh, netherwort. Would I need that? Maybe? Alchemist table. It's kind of neat. We're running into a lot of different things, but it's just I don't think they're things we necessarily need. At least not right now. Oh, hey, buddy. A cultist. They don't appear to have a farm, and that's, like, super not helpful. They do have this weird little setup over here with copper golems. I don't know how to activate these. Super cool looking, though. Are you, like, can I pick you up? Oh, no, sorry. That's, that is a living thing right there. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on here. And they don't have a farm for me. Oh, you do have a farm for me. Wheat, we got onions, carrots, basically all the stuff I already have. I need tomato vine! Haha! Let's get rid of the red grapes. Get you. Hooray! Tomato seeds, crops of the wild. And then what was the last one? Cabbage. Did we see any cabbage? Nope. Ooh, there's another one over there. I got wheat, carrots, potatoes, beetroot, wheat. Another tomato vine, I'll take that. Yeah, doesn't look like it. Oh well. Oh, we also needed rice. I haven't seen rice anywhere, but I think that has to grow in water. Windswept wonder. So I guess I acquire that gold and we head back. Plant this stuff. Ooh. Gold stuff. I am out of room. I don't urgently need any of this stuff. I know it's here. I can come back and grab it if I need to. It happened again. It scared me. Also, we should grab some leather while we can. Yeah, sorry, moo cows. I require your leather. Thank you. Actually, we should get the beef too. I think we'll need that. Hiya! I think that's enough leather for a backpack. We would just need the string. and I really need it. Wah! Okay, let's run back home. Oh, more tomatoes. This is a different kind of... Yeah, there's two kinds. Tomato seeds, tomato seeds. Okay, so I am confused, but we'll take all of it. Now we'll go home. Our friends are following us again, aren't they? Yeah, they're back there. Well, we don't want to lead them to our home, so we stand our ground against the barbarian horde. Why can't you just leave me be? I've done nothing to you, except slaughter a few of you, but you had it coming. Alright, now, can we paraglide back down? It does make me nervous doing it from such a height, especially I don't know what happens if I press shift. I don't know that that makes me go down any faster. Yeah, the descent is a little too slow for me. Super fun though. Okay, so we've got some tomato seeds. We'll plant those. No, I can't plant those. Why? Why can't? Oh, can't go on lush farmland, but it can go on farmland. Okay, good to know. Then I've got other ones here. Let's do farm and charm. That one, same thing. Okay, whatever. Here you go, the carrots. Was that it? Yeah, tomatoes and carrots. Okay, well, it's something. And sorry, I didn't find any bones. I did keep an eye out, but I didn't find any. We need a backpack. And actually, once again, create could be our savior here because we need string, and if we get a millstone, we can get our wool and turn that into string. So yeah, we might just do that. I keep talking about doing stuff with create, and then I don't, so I think now it is the time. So, if we need a millstone, we are going to have to start doing some create components. A cogwheel, andesite casing, and stone. We have stone. Do I have... Yeah, I got some of that andesite. I don't think I got zinc. But we don't need a lot for now, so let's just take one bit of iron and turn that into iron nuggets. Then assuming it's the same recipe, we do that, we can get andesite alloy. So we've got 4 of those. Dirtier rocks. The casing is simple. All we have to do is strip some oak, and then we right-click it with andesite alloy. We get andesite casing. And I'm going through this kind of quick because, like I said, we're doing a Create series as well on the channel, so that has a lot more information about Create if you're interested. But for now, we're just kind of going through it quickly. As I mentioned, the cogwheel, we need a shaft for. Shaft, we can put our andesite alloy like that and get 8 shafts. And then wood with a shaft is a cogwheel. Now, I think it was stone, andesite, and cogwheel. There we go, millstone. That gave us a lot of quests completed. We'll also grab shears, just so we can go out and shear the sheep, because we will need several bits of wool. Give you a chance to start regrowing if you need to. Now, we may make a create workshop. There's not a whole lot of room around here, but for now, we're doing the simple version, so we're just going to put this down right here. There's our millstone. We need another cogwheel. Put that right here. And then we need a hand crank because we don't have any power yet, so we're just going to use a hand crank for manual power. And it just so turned out we had the exact perfect amount of andesite alloy for now to do what we need. So hand crank right here. We want string from our wool, so we're going to put the wool inside there. It's inside the millstone, and then we hold right click on the hand crank, and it completely destroys our hunger, but should be turning this into string. Yep, there we go. 4 string. Is that how much we needed? Yes, certainly was. Well, that took no time. That's a lot better than trying to run around and find all that manually. Look at that. We got a backpack. And they have upgrades. The feeding upgrade would be really nice. But I don't have that stuff yet. So for now, I'm going to just be happy that we have a backpack. And we can put that right there. All these trinket slots are really nice. Then double check. B opens it up. Yes, it does. And I am a happy boy. Now it's going to be much easier to go exploring. Awesome. Thanks, Create. Now I'm assuming that helped us check off quite a few things. Yeah, it did. So we'll just grab all the stuff we've been unlocking. Ah, the portable way of life. Random reward. Gold ingot, okay. Oh, you can upgrade them. How do you do that? Is that something we could do like right away? We could. We could just straight up go with iron and upgrade it. Ooh, I kind of want to do that. Because you'll notice it's not a lot of space. I think it gives us even more space if we upgrade it. And it did just give me gold in one of those quests. So I'm assuming I can't go straight to gold. Right. Can I do iron? Yeah. So we'll go to iron backpack just to double check. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, look at that. It's a lot bigger now. I'm assuming it'll be even bigger with gold. I hope. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Gold backpack. Oh yeah, look at that. Perfect. I really wish I had done that earlier. Now we can carry a bunch of stuff with us, because why not? There we go. Some of the basic stuff we might need. I'm feeling much better. Let's take a look at how the farm is doing. Keep that stuff growing. Tomato seed, tomato crop. Is this one of the ones I can like right click? Oh yeah, it's nice. Rotten tomato? Why rotten? Maybe you have to pick it at a certain, like, timetable. This looks like it's done. Yeah, okay. And these are done. Oh, that's weird. What usually does slabs now gives you small shelf. I'll grab a couple of those, but then I'm assuming I can do this. Yeah, because I wanted slabs. I'll do a shelf. Everybody could use a shelf, right? There we go. Little entryway shelf, put stuff on it. Beautiful. I just wanted to run around really quick and make this pathway a little bit more official, but we need to pepper in some different looking stuff. Yeah, that looks a little bit more complete now. I like the shift between the different types of things. I'm a little bit stuck though. I don't know where I want to go from here, because I could automate the farms. I could build out the farms more because it's kind of small right now. I could go mining because I'm low on iron, and I wouldn't mind having enough to do some more create type things. I could also just pick a quest line and follow it. Yeah, look at all that. Nice. I have just been eating bread. I wouldn't mind figuring this out, getting like steak and potatoes or stuffed potatoes. That just sounds so much better. If we could find rice, we could make it happen. We can get steak and potatoes. I could even probably automate a lot of that process. Well, where would one find rice? Rice panicle. Rice crops, rice panicle. Yeah. And I did think they had to be underwater, or like in the water, so I wonder if we've passed by some and we just didn't notice. I had to look it up, and it looks like rice grows in jungles and swamps. I haven't come across a swamp yet, but we did find that jungle way over here. Pretty small one, actually. And we do have the backpack now. Maybe we'll run back over to that jungle village that we found right over this way. See if we could find rice, and if not, we could always look around a little bit more because we have the backpack now. That means we could bring a lot back home. And excuse me, ants in the boat. That's fun. I got another one over here. Leave the ants be. Okay, I'll let you know when we get back to the jungle area. Nearly there. Now, please tell me you guys have rice somewhere. And lots more for me to steal since, you know, I did come all the way over here. Ooh, I didn't see this last time. Jeez. Like living on the dangerous side, huh? Lots of wheat. Oh, jeez. How does that keep happening? Is it the... Yeah, it's the campfires. That really throws me off when I just get launched into the air. Well, we'll grab melons while we're here. Grab more of this stuff, because why not? I'm pretty sure it could be cultivated, like, as in these guys could be growing it. Or it could be wild, but it just has to be in the jungle, which is where we're at. I also kinda don't want to go down there and look, because it looks, dangerous. Like, I was just gonna show you, there's a creeper right behind this tree. He went and hid there, because he's like, oh, that idiot's about to jump down. I can just... Yep, there he is. Look at him. I'll just wait behind this tree and get him. I don't see any rice anyway. Although I also don't really know what it looks like. Hey, ow. It's not even nighttime. You see how many beasties are around here? Oh, look at that. There's sleeping owls on the ground. That's so cool. But at the same time, yeah, you guys need to up your security around here. I don't feel very safe. Yeah, nothing. By the shallow water and everything, I am just not seeing anything that resembles rice. And that is no bueno. Might do some more exploring and see if we could find a swamp, because that was the other one it said it could spawn in at. There's another structure right over here. I guess we could go take a look real quick. Maybe it's a rice farmer house. Yes, it's a real thing. No, I don't have anything to back that up. Also, while I'm thinking about it, wasn't there a quest to collect like 8 types of each meat or something like that? So, well, there's a lot of stuff out here. We may as well go on a killing spree. I think we just need chicken now. And hiya! Nope, I didn't miss. Nope. Hey, there we go. We got it all. And that gives us coal, smoker, and XP. Nice. We also may as well go for the full iron set. We'll swap out the apron for now. Iron Man. Ooh, iron chest. I think those are larger. That'll be nice. Anyway, we were heading this way. Figure out what this structure is. Bunch of villagers out here just hanging out in the plains. They must be the truly wild kind. We'll leave them alone. I think it's mating season. But anyway, what is this? A place without a door, apparently. There we go. I don't know what this is. It's a little barn full of a whole lot of nothing. Yep, very useful. Well, I guess we just keep moving. Hey, it's Buffalo. Hello. Oh, you're a bison, and it looks like you're trying to attack me, so we're gonna just keep moving. Oh! That's not good. Yeah, that could have been the end of the world right there. Death by bison. Kind of abandoned town or something over here? I don't know what this is. Hello, Mr. Pelican. This really is a beautiful world. Look at all of this. Just running around, I'm really enjoying myself. And being able to do stuff like this. And there we go. Look at that. Where else can you do that, huh? And it's a peaceful moon. Oh, we found wild cabbage. That was one of the other things we were looking for. Oh, not a total loss, I guess. Hey, look what we found. Look at that. Now, can I plant that? 'Cause that's going to be kind of important. Like, how do I plant it? Maybe it needs to be dirt? There we go. Yeah, okay, so it just has to be on dirt. Good. Alright, so let's take that back. We have 2 rice. We'll make that work. I just want to check out what that is, and then we'll head home. That was a big adventure, and it wasn't even a jungle or a swamp. Ooh, tall palm torch. That's pretty cool. Tables, chairs? Oh, we're definitely stealing a lot of this stuff. Radio? And a mini fridge. Wow. What does the radio do? Whoa, well that's festive. Yeah, I could do this all day. Need a drink, though. Ooh, look at all this. Yes, please. That's enough of that. We are going to take everything here, because it's super cool stuff. All right, we stripped them of everything. Some poor, like, elderly couple's vacation home, and we just took everything in it. Is that more? No, that's cattails. All right, time to find our way home. About 1,800 blocks away. Fairy slippers? That's a cool name. Just picking up a bunch of stuff on my way back. Ooh, it's our friend the Illusioner. We're coming by that spot again where we ran into him before. I think we'll just sneak by. I have the bow, we could try that, but I still don't think it would go well. Yep, just sneakily glide by. We're very inconspicuous. Nobody would remember a man with a panda on his head. And can he do it? Yes, he can. Ooh boy, there's a sight for sore eyes. It is good to be back, and actually right away, do we want to put something up here with water, or do we want to just plant them down here, because there's plenty of space right there. Let's do the same thing that we're doing with this stuff. We're just going to plant it, get it growing, multiply the amount of seeds that we have available, and then once we're feeling comfortable with the amount, we will make a much larger garden area here. Probably build a farmhouse too, and some create components. Yeah, we've got some planning to do. We're gonna have to expand the farm. And the animal area. Yeah, lots to do. And what better time to start than now? I began by establishing a pathway with lamps on either side, then began to prep the area for our animals. I wanted something larger than the small pens with covering from the weather, so I came up with this simple design that descended down the hillside. I, of course, had to add leaves for the touch of green, and with that in place, our livestock now had more room to roam and multiply as needed. I've been a busy boy. You'll notice it looks a bit better out here, and I'm sure you noticed in the time-lapse. But we now have an area for the animals. I got this set up just with some covering and for the weather, a larger fenced-in area with some more interesting fence, and little bits and bobs inside, just so they have the area to move around that they might need. So that's looking much better. We have these oak plank path, which I just thought were really cool from Macaw's Paths and Pavings. Those are kind of all over the place now, and of course some lighting, which once again, these are great wall lantern. All that is paper and a torch. So I've been trying to look around and find some of the things in this pack that we don't usually use, and then find a way to craft them, and then use them for some of the things that are a little bit lacking around the base currently. And this was one of them, white paper lantern. Pretty cool, just paper and a torch. Now, all that being said, this has been growing. Most of the time I did harvest it once or twice, but this needs to be much larger. I want to fill out basically this entire area with garden, and then find a way to automate the harvesting. I've been trying to grab these when I see it. Yeah, there you go. So now it's not rotten, but that's beside the point. What I'm going to do now is create tilled soil the rest of the way through here. Actually, we're going to start by irrigating, so we're going to put some water through. I'll probably get more lanterns, and then we'll do that in the middle of all of the gardens. And then once we have all of that filled out, and in fact, I'm probably going to shape this like this. Yes, this like this, just to give us a bit more space. But anyway, yeah, I will get to that. And apparently I already covered some of this. Whoops. And then the only thing after that, once we have all of this irrigated and tilled, we'll need to decide the sort of crop order, basically just where we're planting each crop. Okay, to work. While we set up the farm, we can knock out a quick Roman fact. Roman farmers understood the importance of letting fields go unplanted for a season, or planting specific crops, like legumes such as beans, peas, and lentils, to replenish soil nutrients. This helped maintain the fertility of their land, and ensured consistent yields of their staple crops, primarily grains like wheat, as well as olives and grapes. They also made extensive use of animal manure as fertilizer to further enrich the soil. nearly done getting all this set up, and this is reminding me of Harvest Moon 64, all this coarse dirt, because you can't just go like this and get it into farmland. You have to go 1 to get it to dirt, then 2, almost like you're clearing it legitimately, how it would actually be. It's taking a couple extra swings to get that done. Love it. Okay, so that is looking pretty good. I don't know that I need... Well, we might, just for completeness. I don't know. Let's get some stuff planted first. Oh, I also need to put the lights up. Forgot about that. Not gonna grow very nicely if we don't give it enough light. The blue moon rises. You feel lucky. What does that mean? Fortuna smiles upon us. Take a quick look before it gets too busy around here with mobs. Yeah, that's starting to look so much better. Everything just looks more complete. I see a creeper approaching me. Nope, we're going to bed. Not having any more of that, citizen. We learned our lesson, kinda. I wanted to see what that moon looked like. Well, let's do some organizing, then we'll go have a look real quick. I've been trying to use these cabinets. We'll be coming back for all of that because we'll need to replant it. Alright, hopefully I'm safe in the house. Now we can have a look. Oh, there's the blue moon. Still don't know what it means when it says it affects my luck, but anyway, starting to light the area up. That is just, you know, smart anyway, but I do like how that looks. We need to get more crops planted. I've started removing some of the plants here because I want to reorganize them in something that makes a little bit more sense to me. We then need to look into automation. Yeah, we still have a lot to do. So in the morning, we'll probably remove the rest of these and start planting the new ones. And because I don't know what this does, I'm just gonna sleep through it. I'm sure I could use it for something, but not too worried about it. Let's go to bed. Alright, just did another harvest. Let's see what we can get by way of seeds and everything. And I think I want to stick to... not this one. Let's do Farm and Charm. I want to stick to Farmer's Delight if we can. Okay, now I think... yeah, we can use tomatoes that we have harvested to get tomato seeds, or tomato seeds, if you're feeling fancy. I never did plant those beetroot seeds, I don't think. Got lots of cabbage, wheat, carrots and potatoes, onions. We don't need these. Okay, so I think that's what we're going to be starting with. But I also have... I swear I had like a bajillion wheat seeds. I don't know what happened to them all. I probably chucked them. Oh, there's some more. Okay, now let's take a look. Bugs in the garden. We can't have that. No, sir. Out of my garden, please. Okay, how do we want to do this? The basics, the wheat, that... probably, yeah, I mean, we'll keep it going because we'll need it for the animals, but why don't we do this? On this side, the far side, we'll do a row of wheat, followed by a row of carrots right next to that. Kind of going to do the vanilla type stuff over here on this side. And then the potatoes, you kind of get the idea there. All right, so we got a bit of each there. Now we go to Farmer's Delight. And we'll start on this side, and we'll do the same thing. We'll start with cabbage, and then we'll kind of rotate next with onion. Forgot the beetroot. We'll put 1 beetroot seed over here. There we go. Get it started, and then tomato comes next over here. Oh, that's right. Something weird was going on with tomato. It can't grow on the lush farmland, is that right? Yeah, it'll work on farmland, but not lush. That's fine. We got plenty of regular farmland in here. Okay, we've got all that stuff down. Let's get the rest of this on the other side. And then even with all of this planted, I think we're going to have quite a lot of work to do to get it all filled back up. Or just filled up in general. Okay, that's probably good over here for the vanilla stuff. We'll do the rest in Farmer's Delight over here. And then we also can't forget, I did plant some rice down here, and it's been growing. Yeah, so you see rice crop, growth, mature, Farmer's Delight. We right-click it, we get a rice panicle. Then I can use that to turn it into rice, basically just by crafting it. By the way, does it need to be next to land, or can I just... no, we can do that. So for now, we'll use all of this area to try to multiply it, because it's kind of going slow. But then when it's done, I wonder if we should maybe put a pond in somewhere over here, and then we can make our own... actually, that could be this space here. We could turn that into a rice area. Yeah, let's think about doing that. Probably also makes sense to have a barrel or 2 over here, just in case we want to drop off some stuff on the fly. You better not... are you stealing my plants? Oh, he's got flowers. Never mind. Yeah, you can have flowers, just don't steal my plants. Put another one over here. There we go. Nice and farmy looking. We should also probably take another look at the quest book. I haven't been thinking about that as much because I've just been concerned with expanding the homestead, which is coming along, for sure. What? What is going on here? Well, I am getting swarmed. That's something that's going on. But I want to crack at that hat. If he's going to drop that, I want it. Chef Boy RV. Alright, we might have to just let him burn because there are creepers everywhere. I was trying to light up some more, but it's just... Madness. Actually, if you keep coming over here, I could offer you my axe. You know you want it. Get rid of these two. Okay, now you want to drop me that hat, don't you? Yes, you do. Come on. No, but I wanted it. All right, we better sleep. We're getting overrun. Of course we can't. Ooh, little baby goober. And there we go. Also, I was looking at this. Do you see this? Don't throw away zombie flesh. You can smelt rotten flesh in a furnace to get leather. Why? I should really, like, read the tips. That's a really good tip. So I could just do this, and that'll just turn into leather. Wow, it will. Ugh, I should have been doing that. I have a plan, citizen, and it is a two-part plan. The first part being automation. We're gonna do this. Farmageddon begins. We're gonna get mechanical harvesters for the farm. So automation is the first part, but also, I found this and I'm intrigued. Tidy corners. And it says storage simplified. Place it by your chest, plug in the terminal, and enjoy some simple storage. I don't know what this means. I've never used it, but I want to find out. So that's part 2, storage. Automation and storage. And we'll begin with some automation. I put some of the create type stuff in here, and I did get a bit more iron, but I also got zinc. So we'll use the rest of what we have here to create additional andesite alloy, and it looks like we can get 16, yep. And there's a few different things that we'll need. One, of course, will be the mechanical harvesters. And you'll see they're not cheap. In fact, I can't even make 5. We'll need to get additional andesite alloy. Now there is, of course, a way to make that faster. We could get mechanical drills, because then we wouldn't have to go mining. We could use mechanical drills instead. Once again, not cheap, but probably manageable. The only problem is, to have an effective mining drill, we need a couple deployers. And for that, we need brass. And as you may be aware, to make brass, we need a blaze burner, which means the nether. And you can see how this is getting more complex by the second. But I do think it's worthwhile. So we have some steps. I think we need to head down further into the mine to get diamonds, so that we can get a diamond pickaxe. We will use that to get obsidian and head to the nether. And that will be very briefly, because all we need to do is find a blaze spawner and use that to make blaze burners so we could get brass. Then we can go mining for more. We can use that to increase andesite and iron production, and we can automate the farms, and eventually get better storage so we can store all of the things that we're grabbing. So yes, many steps, but we're going to start right away. So let's head on down to the mine, and I did expand it a little bit during one of the time lapses, and got down a bit deeper until we found this, a little area with corpse flowers. That name creeps me out a little bit, but why not? We'll grab it. Dusk trap, things like that. And it does keep going down. These are actually really nice looking. Look at that. Drop leaf. We may be able to use these up top, actually. But as you can see, ooh, there is a little area down here with some exposed diamond. So we'll happily grab that. Thank you. Ah, more than one. Yes. I'm noticing the diamonds look different. Is there a reason for that? Rough diamond shard and rough diamond. Ooh, what does this mean? To get a diamond pickaxe, we need 3 diamonds. I don't have any of those. We can put diamond shards, rough diamond on a diamond grindstone. So it appears they're not making it easy on us. We can't just grab diamonds, but we do need the shards and the rough diamonds anyway. So let's continue this down and see what else we can find. There's definitely a lot of changes in the generation of blocks because I'm finding coal down here as well, which is a bit unique. Miners' moon rises, ores provide better drops. Wow, that's incredibly providential. It's almost like they knew what we were doing. I will take some gold, thank you. How kind. Looks like we've got another cave here. Got iron, zinc, looks like redstone, creepers, wonderful. I'm noticing redstone is dropping cinnabar. Can be obtained by polishing rough cinnabar on a grindstone. Okay, so yeah, there's a few different crafting recipes in here, giving me a decent challenge. I know that creeper's around here somewhere, and that doesn't look good. Uh-oh. Hi, creeper. Yeah, I know, I did see you. Now, I don't necessarily like the looks of this, especially since there's a spawner there. Wonderful. And I think my sword is going to break in a second. They're a tough one. Chicken jockey. And there goes my sword. Wonderful. Goodbye. Did we turn this off by putting the lights down, please? Pretty please? Ooh, I mean, look at all this. Wow. I mean, yeah, I'll take it. Gonna put away some stuff. There we go. What am I hearing? I hear something. Oh, it's probably the chicken. Never mind. Okay, I think we're safe for the moment. That is a zombie spawner. This looks scary, but also like it potentially has some good stuff. I mean, I will at least take these things. Anvil, that'll come in handy. And are these not trapped? Because I don't really want traps. Take all this, then we'll risk it. We'll open them up. Okay, what have we got? Ah, very useful. Thank you. I will take the cobwebs, those could come in handy. I was kind of thinking we'd get better loot than this, but okay. Close quarters. Open 25 instance loot containers, okay. But, I mean, it was garbage, though. I thought there would be better stuff. Okay, I guess we'll just take the decorations and go. The chains are probably the most valuable thing down here. Alright, we continue. There goes our miner's moon, which means we'll probably head up in a second and see if we could figure out how to make these diamonds. Looks like we're also at bedrock. So yeah, let's head back up. Alrighty, may as well use a couple of these things that we found. We'll put them down over here. May as well use the banners, because why not? Because we have 3 rough diamonds, so I wonder... Yeah, it seems like the intended way is this one. Diamond grindstone. 2 rough diamond shards. Polished deep slate slab. Can we get that? Yep, polished deep slate slab. And 2 rough diamond shards. Okay, like that and this. Hey, there we go. Diamond grindstone. Interact while holding rough gems to polish them. The diamond coating wears off with time. Restore using rough diamond shards. Okay. Bedazzled. So if we put that here, and I have my rough diamonds, and I just right-click on this. Oh yeah, look at that. Getting advancements too. Well, that's not so bad. All right, let's go into these. Looks like we get some extra andesite alloy. Won't say no to that. And then also an extra diamond. Hooray. Now you may have noticed, but that gives us 4 diamonds, which means we can get ourselves a diamond pickaxe. All right, things are looking up. Now we get extra obsidian. We actually already have 5. And I know I found, yeah, flint and steel, so we've already got that. Okay, so 5 more obsidian. Then we need empty blaze burners. Then we have to find a blaze spawner. Still feels like a lot to do, but we are making progress. That's important. And I can see on the mini-map that we got really close to lava right down here. There you are. So let's uncover a bit of this, turn it into obsidian, and be along in our merry way. That should be plenty. Let's do that. There we go. And start collecting. And this one should do it for us. Let's collect the water. And there we go, 10 obsidian. Now I think it also makes sense to come prepared for an empty blaze burner. We can obviously get netherrack once we're in there, but we will need some iron sheet, and that will give us an empty blaze burner. Now in order to get iron sheet, we need a smoosher, otherwise known as a mechanical press. And unfortunately, that takes a block of iron. I hate that. We will also need another one of these andesite casing. That's no problem. And something to bear in mind, we are, low on iron and we're using a ton more just to do this, and we'll need 4 for the actual thing. But keep in mind, when we do this, it's going to be so much easier to collect this stuff. So it's worthwhile. Okay, so we do that. We get ourselves a mechanical press. We can put that over here just like that. We will need this, the hand crank, because then we can put it on top of this, or connect it rather to the side of the mechanical press. And then when we put the iron underneath it, once again, we can use manual power, Roman power, in other words, bonk, to smoosh down those 4 iron and get our sheets. There we go. So now we have the means to make one of those once we get into the nether. Last up, maybe a little bit more food, because once we finish this list of projects I have, we'll probably be getting onto making that better food, and we won't have to just eat stale old bread anymore. Okay, so nothing special for the nether portal. I'm just going to put it right up here, built into the wall, basically. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and that should do it. Wow, looks cool. Now let's bring out that bow we found early on. We don't have a lot of arrows, so we need to be kinda careful with that. We have a shield, we made a sword. Once we get in there, we can make our blaze burner. I think that's all we need. Alright, never my favorite part of the game, but must be done. Into the nether. Yikes. Okay, this does not look like the most agreeable place in the entire world. Alright, well, let's go into the wall. I forgot about that. That's apparently any fire is going to do that. Okay, get our crafting table. Go one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. There is our empty blaze burner. Now, it does work with blaze as well. So we don't necessarily need a blaze spawner. We just need to find a blaze and capture it in here. And in fact, that might be easier because, I mean, look at all this. I don't even know if, the fortresses spawn in the same way that we're used to. And yeah, this is going to get old. If every time I get near one of these, we end up, launching up on our glider. Actually, look at the map. Look right over here. I think that's exactly what we need. See if we can knock down one of these trees, and then we can use the wood. Oh, it doesn't knock down like the other ones do. Okay. Rimwood planks. Alright, let's see if we can dig our way there. We might need nether quartz. Actually, we will need nether quartz. So this is good that we're running into this. Part of the create components will require this. Yep, that looks like what we need right there. Well, finding it could have been worse anyway. The second we see a blaze, we are capturing it and we're getting out of here. I definitely feel like I'm pushing my luck right now. Oh, I hear a blaze right now. I think there's a blaze spawner right above us. There absolutely is. Right there. We got it. Get out of here. That's really lucky. There was a blaze spawner right there. And once again, we don't need to be pushing our luck. We know where it is if we need to come back for more. Ooh, okay, that wasn't so bad. I am pleased with that. Now we can make our mining drill. It shouldn't be so bad now that I've got this stuff, but we'll see. So blaze burner, you will go right there. I need to create a couple other things to get ready for this. Namely, a basin or something in which to mix things together that we will require. We'll put that right here. And a mechanical mixer, which needs a whisk. Man, these are just so expensive. This is why we need to do this. We need lots and lots of iron. We could even make an iron farm. I'm probably not going to do that. We'll probably just stick with mining. But geez, you see what I mean. 5 more iron smooshed. Get ourselves a whisk, and then what was the other stuff? 1 more andesite casing. Okay, there we go. Mechanical mixer. Now you go above that, and then I'm hoping we can put a cog right there. Take our hand crank. And if you remember, the whole point of this was to get brass, which requires zinc and copper. And let's do 10 of each. So that should be enough brass, but we'll find out. So if I just throw these in here, of course they didn't go in. Come on, get in there. Nope. What about from here? There we go. Now they're in. Now this is not heated yet, so we need a piece of charcoal. We'll do that. That is now heated. And then if I do this, that's going to go down and start mixing. Hooray! And we're mixing it up. We're making brass. Oops. Grabbed it before it was ready, but we did get the achievement. There we go. Okay, 20 brass. Hopefully that's all we need. Now I'd like to get 2 deployers, so that would be 8 brass sheets, because a deployer requires 2 a brass hand and an electron tube, so if we need 2, that's 8. Wouldn't be a bad thing to get power eventually, because while this works, it's not, you know, fast, and it's kind of annoying, and there's a creeper right outside that window. I saw it. Okay, now we can do that, get 2 brass hands, 2 more of these, and then electron tube, a little bit more difficult, because we'll need 2 iron sheet, and then in order to get the polished rose quartz, there's a couple steps. We need to combine. Oh, you can actually use the cinnabar. That's good. We don't have to get the redstone. Usually that's the case. So I can just do this, cinnabar and the rose quartz, or the nether quartz. That gives us rose quartz. Okay. And I guess I don't have sand. I thought I did. Oh yeah, there we go. Because we also need sandpaper, which unsurprisingly is paper and sand. We'll get a couple of those. Should only need 1, but if we put that in our offhand and then hold the rose quartz, we can polish that down into polished rose quartz. And we are just about out of iron. In fact, we're going to need to go mining because I need iron for the drills themselves. But for now, we can do this and get our electron tubes. There we go. So after all that, we can get ourselves 2 deployers, which is what we were looking for. And there's actually a lot of different things we need. We need that. We're going to need glue, which is slime and iron. We can actually make slime with wheat dough, which is basically just mixing and then washing wheat. Lime dye, we can get wild carrots, red tulips, actually a lot of different stuff. Basically any tulips or wild stuff. I have cyan tulips. Will that work? Doesn't look like it. Alright, give me a minute. I'll get these things and then we'll continue. I tried a bunch of things in here and I'm just not getting the green dye that I need. Or the lime green, so we might go out and have to get something for that for the glue in a second, but we may as well just finish what we were doing here. And like I said, we'll need more iron because we're going to need a minecart, a cart assembler, which means we do have to figure out the redstone thing. We will need some rail, of course that's iron. And of course the mechanical drill, which is actually less than I thought. We'll only need about 9 to get started. That seems like a good number. So I'll go mining and then maybe exploring. I think what we could do for the glue is we could run back to that beach. I think there was cactus out there, so we could always get that and get some green dye that way. So I'm going to check a few of those things off. I'll go mining first. I'll grab some iron. Then we'll head over for cactus. Then I think, finally, we'll have this mining drill and we can get moving. Ooh, I had iron in my backpack. I didn't realize that. And some in here. Hold on. Let's just make sure I can't do it now. If I take the rough cinnabar, was that how I got redstone? No, what is this? How do I get redstone? Oh, just a regular grindstone. Okay. Rough cinnabar on this. There we go. There's our redstone. Okay. So with that, we can get a cart assembler. That will be very important, which means for these, actually, the issue is going to be andesite alloy. We'll get what we need here, and I will need many, many more. 21 more. But it's a start. So actually we go mining for andesite. That's what we need. Because I can do this and still have enough left over, I think, for what we need. Yeah, okay. So let's go grab some andesite. That won't be as bad. I believe we left a patch of andesite down here, generally untouched. Yep, here you are. Let's get a bunch. There we go. A stack should do the trick. Quest complete. Running out of andesite? Why, yes, I was. Oh, wait, I almost forgot. Now that we have the mixer, I think we can make more andesite, or more efficiently, that is. Because we've been making it this way. 2 of a nugget and 2 andesite equals 1, but if you mix it, 1 of each equals 1. So we can double up. That in there, and that, and there we go. I'm so smart. Jeez, I'm gonna need to stop to eat. My poor hunger. Okay, I'm stopping there. It uses so much hunger. Please tell me I can make, yes. Gives me 9, that's what I wanted. And we are very close to what we need. Now we're gonna do a very long run to grab some cactus, and I think we'll have this drill. Because if you remember, we're here, it's all the way, yeah, all the way down here. There's probably a closer one that I just can't see right now. But it's fine, we'll just head across this way, straight basically, and once more, I will let you know when we get there. Was I daydreaming about the cactus? I really hope not. I picked up a couple things on the way that might work, but I really was hoping for cactus. Sea pickle could also work, so we could look around for that here. But don't we need a coral reef for that? Like it wouldn't just be in the ocean? Ugh, alright, let's just look around a little bit. The White Cliffs of Dover. I guess if we see stuff like this, we shouldn't pass it up. Thank you. But also, I don't want to waste too much time going out and doing stuff like this, because we are getting way far away from home. I almost think we should run back and just keep a lookout for some of the flowers that it said we could mill down. That's kind of seeming like it would be easier. Yeah, let's grab this, and then I think I'm going to turn around. Alright, we'll head north. We'll reveal a bit more of the map on the way there, but yeah, like this one. Wild onion. Wasn't that one of the things that would work? Poppy. That was definitely one that would work, but it had a lower chance of it working. Like a low chance it would drop green dye, I think. Fortunately, there is iron all over up here in the mountains. We'll call it worth it just for that, even though we're about to make a stinking mining drill. Seriously, this is nuts. That's 32 iron just in passing. Beauty and the thorns. I don't know, man. I'm just picking up everything I see. Did my paraglider is on fire. Durability is -12. I think it broke in the nether or something. We'll have to see if we can get it repaired. I just tried to use it, and obviously, it didn't work. And we're back. I'm also going to be really mad if this is the case. I noticed I had green tulips. Can I literally just put that here? Oh my goodness. I could have just crafted that into lime dye, what we need. That entire trip was completely pointless. Well, I got some stuff while I was out. It's fine. I'll just cry to myself later. So we'll cook up the iron that we found while we were out. We'll make ourselves a lime dye. I think we just put flour in here for the other component. Yeah, we're getting flour out of that, I think. No, that's not exactly what we needed. We need wheat dough, or dough. We can get wheat flour just by crafting. And then mix with water for dough? Is that what we need? What happens if I put these two together? Slime ball, yeah. And I need 2. Oh good, I had 2 of these flowers, wow. That would have been annoying. Go get more dough, more slime, perfect. 1 more iron sheet, that means we can get, what was it? How'd you do it, like that? Glue, super glue, whew. Well that took absolutely forever. But after all that forever, I think we're ready. Oh wait, minecart, that's the last thing we need. Minecart? Actually a furnace minecart would be better. So that's what we'll do. And I'm happy to say we are ready to start building this thing. And if you have been watching the Create series, this will be nothing new, because we're pretty much making the same thing. The cart assembler basically just means when you put a cart beneath it, you can make a contraption on top of it, and it will all count as a single entity. And one thing I forgot, we need some chests. And I forgot one other thing, didn't I? This one, mechanical plow, which we can do, luckily. Okay, there we go, mechanical plow back there. And then I can never remember exactly where this needs to go, but deployer, oh, we might need a wrench. Can I make a wrench just so I can spin those around more easily? Yeah, that's not bad. There we go, 1 wrench. Now, as I was saying, I think these need to go here. Obviously, though, we need to spin them around, because 1 is for creating a path if this happens to go over a void, so we'll just have this place cobblestone or something down, which means we can filter that for cobblestone. And the other one is going to be placing rail down in front of that, which means these should be swapped. I need path before I need rail, so pick those up. I think they can go through stuff, so if I put one here, I think that'll go through and put down the path. Then this can be used for... No, wait, opposite. I keep getting this wrong. So is this right? First the path with cobblestone, then the rail goes down, then the mining drill's in front of that. So if we just make a configuration like this, that's what I wanted, and that should do it. And this is why we needed the glue. It all needs to be one piece. So we'll put that all together, connect to the drills, get all the drills connected, and now this is all a single contraption. I also needed the wrench to pick this up, so in order to get it all set as one thing, we have this set to lock rotation. I put down a redstone torch next to that. Oh, I nearly thought I broke my computer there because it froze, but I think we're good. Yes, we're good. Okay. Whew. Well, that took a while, but we're gonna hope that it's worth it. Because now we can head down to the mine and really get some payoff from all that we put into this. And I remember way back, it feels like forever ago when I started working on this, but the point, what was the point? We wanted to be doing this. Oh, I forgot the chests. Hold on, we'll go fix that. But the point of this was we wanted to be able to get more materials, basically to increase our capacity with create type stuff, because then we can automate the gardens. Yeah, that was the point. So we put that back down, we get our chests, and we may not need this many, but still gonna fill up all the area that we can, and get all that glued on. There we go. Now we should be ready. So real quick test run, and then I'm gonna spend a lot of time either in cinematic or just off camera doing a lot of collecting. And we'll probably begin at iron level, just so we can get iron, zinc, andesite, all that sort of thing, which is about level 16-ish. Yeah, right around here. Actually, that's where we were getting the andesite already. So we'll open a quick spot, and then we see if everything that we set up is actually going to work. So we put this down. I do need to have it with some starter stuff. So for example, it needs to have a few rails in there with it. It needs some coal for the furnace to go. And it'll pick up cobblestone quickly, so I don't think I need to add that, but I think we're ready. Let's give it a test. So if I just give it a little push, it should start working, and I didn't put enough rail down. Can I get you there? There we go. All right, try one more time. Off we go. That's what we want. Look at that, look at it go. So as it's going, it's filling up in the chests, everything that it's picking up, which hopefully includes iron and zinc and andesite and all the things that we'll need. So I'm gonna work at this for a while. We'll do it here at this level. We'll go down to deep slate. Oh, look at that, it actually shows me what's in there, great. But yeah, I'm just gonna do that for a while. I'll let you know when we finish and what we end up picking up. And I went on to do exactly that. Mining through the iron level by going back and forth with the mining drill to collect iron and zinc mostly, before I moved on to the deep slate level down at bedrock. This was kind of disheartening. After all the work putting together the mining drill, I imagined overflowing piles of diamonds. But after drilling a long ways down, and all the way back, I had a grand total of, I think, 3 diamonds? Yeah, I wasn't having that. So I did the only logical thing when your 3x3 mining drill isn't cutting it. That's right, more drills! I added an additional row of drills and got back to it, with much better luck the second time around, fortunately. After the second mining trip with the larger drill, I'm much happier with the results. Have a look here, about 2.5 stacks-ish of iron and 24 diamonds. Not too bad. Or rough diamonds anyway, we'll have to get those polished up. We will start smelting this, and I think I'll probably make a decent amount more andesite, or andesite alloy that is. Kinda neat, you're also getting, as you're mining things, you're getting the nuggets along with the raw iron and zinc. So we may as well smelt those because we can use it for the andesite. Now one thing though, this takes absolutely forever, turning this to mix the andesite, so I think that's one thing that we might automate and let it go at the background. But for now I'm curious, how many diamonds can we make before this loses its efficacy? Because it said something about you're gonna have to use more rough diamond shards to, like, repair it or something like that, but can I do all of this or will it not let me? No, I think this seems good. Do all of that and doesn't say anything about, you know, can I just click a... No, I don't know. I'm assuming it'll let me know when I need to do that. These we can throw into our furnace. I don't know what I'm using the diamonds for yet, but I'm glad we've got them. And real quick, let's look into automating this. That way we can make our andesite. And I don't want it to be something messy. We should probably make a little structure for it, like a workshop. It's not gonna have much in it. But maybe right back here, or, well, there's 2 things we could do. We could do right back here and then have power generated inside the mountain, or we could make water wheels down here and maybe put it over on this side, like a little workshop here, water wheels down by the water. That might be better. Because as far as power goes, I'm thinking something like water wheels or wind power is better. I don't really want to go to steam power here. I don't think we would have a use for it. That much power, that is. And I plan to use wind power for the farms. So why don't we do water wheels for this portion? And let's maybe start with 8 of them. Don't know if we'll need that much, but yeah, we're going with it. I'll need to bring more materials over eventually, but I want to just take a look and see how we can get this set up, what configuration would look good. Maybe we dig out a small area here, and then I always forget the size of these, but how would it look if I did that? Maybe higher? So maybe start up there, and then I had a thought, why don't we do a small water wheel at the end, and then the middle will be larger ones, and hey, these are actually flowing, look at that. And then at the end, another small one, just might look nicer. So there we go, got a little hydro power station right here. We'll have to build up things on the side, obviously. And actually, I want it flowing in the opposite direction. So what we're going to do is fill back in some of this. There we go, and then we can build something here where water's kind of coming out of the wall, going this way, and then having it turn the opposite direction. Right now, I'm just making a sort of, almost like a fake cave, a place where the water would be coming out of. Okay, let's see if this works. So if we start putting water there, it flows down, it's going to start that turning. I want to see if we can get it touching pretty much every bit, or every water wheel. And then for the small ones, I think if I just put something here, that should work. It actually speeds it up too, it looks like, if you do it on the small ones. I know people have mentioned that before. A small one on the end of big ones makes it go faster, but you get more power, something like that. But either way, that looks nice. So now we just need power from here to go up to this portion, and we'll just build a little tiny workshop right here. So what do we think for this? I really don't think it needs to be too large. Yeah, something like that size should be fine. Jeez, that scared me. Don't do that. I was just looking through my inventory and this guy spawns right on top of me. Got more of the same. Just, well, apple tree. That might not be bad. I do have some emeralds. You've convinced me. I'll take an apple tree. What a deal! That might come in handy, so why don't we plant it right over here should be good, right next to the farms. Yeah, let's put an apple tree there. And I already have mules, so I guess you can keep them. Just don't get into trouble. These guys always get into trouble. Anyway, I brought some of these maple planks. We'll use that for the floor. Let's get some maybe deep slate for the walls. I haven't used any of that yet, and I picked up a ton in the mine. In fact, we'll get a few things over here. Got some granite, we can use that for accents. Some weird stuff like rhyolite. We'll see if we can use that for something, I have no idea. Lots of deep slate. And we've even got some limestone, some tuff. Yeah, let's see what we can do with that. Okay, so rhyolite you can use, and actually it looks pretty good. Get some polished rhyolite and granite pillars, I like those. Maybe some cut granite stairs. For the deep slate, I will get some of the tile wall, as well as the bricks, and some polished deep slate stairs. Tough, same kind of thing. We'll just get some things we can use for accents. Okay, let's see what we can do with that. Yes, I know we're supposed to be automating the farm, but I keep getting sidetracked, citizen. So, down at the bottom, we'll do a couple things like this. Remember what I said about not getting in the way. You better move it, buddy. Do not mess with an impatient legionary. Okay, let's do some of this on the edges. Switch to the polished tough bricks. You are really asking for it. It's like he wants to be buried in a hole forever. Also, look, that grew. That looks nice. Then, let's do granite pillars across the top. I did forget windows. I'll go grab those because I think what we'll do, maybe the polished rhyolite we'll put here. That'll be a window. This and that. Well, we actually might do doors on all the sides because why not? Get out of my house, dinking old donkeys. Yeah, I'm gonna keep calling you donkeys. Alright, so doors and windows. It might look a bit weird actually. We might have to move it to the side because I don't know if a window will interact with a door the way I expect. I don't think I've made windows yet. I haven't gotten glass, that's right. Okay, let's get sand for glass, then we'll make windows, and then we'll bring some doors, and yeah, should be good. Should have done this back at the beach. At the same time, we don't need much. Oh no, I'm drowning! No. Not smart. Okay, let's get some glass. Go with some dark oak doors. And I like spruce windows. Luckily, that's pretty easy to get, and that should be plenty. So we want doors on the inside like that. Windows here. And yeah, that'll work fine. And windows here. Okay, now we just need a roof on it, and we can route the power from here, probably underground, and just bring it right up into it. So we need shafts, gearboxes, and lots of stairs for the roof. I almost forgot I wanted little accents around here too, but I'm not sure exactly what I want to do. Usually just adding some fences here and there adds a decent amount to it. And just so it doesn't look like these are floating, we'll do that. Okay, let's get up here. And my thought was kinda similar to over there, except I want to try... Well, let's just see what I have in mind and see if it looks any good. I wanted more height at the beginning, so I did that to raise the height and then taper it off near the top. Same kind of thing in the center, and then we'll have a look. How do we feel about that shape? I think that looks good. I'd use the cracked ones because it looks like it's a little bit more aged, and I think that's kind of nice. And then we still have some other things here for this bit where we can go across. And then more of the rhyolite, I guess. You can tell there's definitely a plan behind all the madness. Yeah, that'll look nice. We need to get some lights in there, but I think this will be good. It looks industrial, like an old workman's hut or something. I like it. Cool, let's get the roof in. We'll be sure to kind of put some of the regular deep slate brick in just so it looks like the cracks are only every once in a while. There we go. I am a fan. I really like that, actually. Tooting my own horn a little bit, but that looks really good. We do need light. Let's go grab some lanterns. We just got all that iron, so I'm going to make lanterns. Like the regular kind. I don't think the paper ones would really fit there. So, with these, turn all of those into nuggets. And how many can we make? 22. That... I think that'll be fine, actually, yeah. I do like the mod that has you hold it out in front of you. It's like I said last time this happened, we're like the old graveyard keeper. I don't know why I like that so much. So I know... Hey, what? How dare you? This is my land. No skeletrons allowed. Get out of here. Anyway, rude. One place that I wanted it was right up there. So we'll hang one from that. Yeah, that'll be good. We'll also put one in each of these. And my axe is going to break, isn't it? Yeah, great. We could be using iron, but I'm very, very thrifty with that stuff. This doesn't bother me too much, using the stone axe. And we will also hang some from here. Same goes for the other side. And that, I think, should keep it relatively safe over here. Can't fit one there. That's fine. But, looking at that, what do we think? I'm a fan. I like that. We need to get power tied into that and everything moved in. At least the blaze burner and mixer set up for now. But inside also, I hadn't done anything yet, so we'll put a couple things in here. I don't want to put too much though, because I don't want to clutter it in here, because we need space for our things, but we do need a little extra light, so we'll do that, and we'll call it done. Now I am going to go get all of the shafts and gearboxes and whatever we need to route the power in there, as well as the create components. I'm not even planning on speeding it up, honestly, because I'm happy to just leave a stack of each in the mixer and just let it go. It's just me having to stand there that bothers me and just go endlessly, oh, come on. So we take you, and we may as well just put the other stuff in there too, because why not? And then because I need more shafts now, I'm just going to cheat a little bit. We'll do the old method. Why isn't that working? Oh, I never did cook those. So I guess we have to do that first. But look at how fast these go. Look at that. Pew! So that'll be done in no time. So that's 8. That might be enough. And maybe not. Only 45 total. And I need gearboxes. And gearboxes are easy. They're kind of expensive. You need this andesite casing for one. And then each one needs 4 cogs surrounding it. And that's a lot of cogs. So if we do that, we get ourselves 8 gearboxes. Hopefully that's enough. But now I need more shafts. So hopefully this will be what we need. Okay, let's get this set up. So we need to go underground. And from right here, we need that power going that way. And let's just see if it's right here. It would come out right here. So let's dig that. So we know that's the area where we want to come up and out from there, which means we want to replace this dirt with shafts. And we'll have to make a bit of a mess here, I'm sure, with this water. Oh, it's not coming out. Nice. Because I was going to say we just cover this with the andesite casing and everybody happy. All right, let's bring it in. There it is. So shafts leading down here. Turn one of these into a vertical gearbox to put right here. Bring them along. And there we go. Cover that back up. Nobody's the wiser. And now we have power running in the workshop. So just like before, we'll get some of the things set up against the wall here, which means we need power up there. I think we can get a large cogwheel. Get it right there. We're pretty close. So if I do that and that, there we go. Now it's powered. So like I said, this will be going pretty slow, but I don't care as long as it gets the job done. And speaking of, since we're here, I can throw what I have left into there and nothing will happen. Oh, it needs to go faster. I do have to speed it up. Oh, man. All right. If you insist. I always forget what it is. Is it big to small? Yeah, shifting gears. That's what it was. Okay. And then big on top of that to small. It's going to be really cramped in here. Cover that one. Put it on top. Then is that gonna... No, that's not going to work. It's starting to look ridiculous. But we work with what we have, don't we? Oh, there we go. This looks so silly. I could do this somewhere else. It doesn't have to be in here, but what does it matter? At least I don't have to do it now. Lazy mode achieved. All right, now if we need the other things, we can get them hooked up. I don't need them right now, so I'm not going to. But eventually, if we need them, these things are here. And there's the workshop. Man, I really like that. This place is really coming together. I know I keep saying it. In fact, we should probably give it a look from further away. Look at that. It's almost a bustling little community, isn't it? Beautiful. No, you can't live here. So now that we've got that, anytime we think to do it, we can throw a couple new ones in there, completely miss. There we go, and then it just runs without us having to think about it. And that, my friends, is how we get enough andesite to automate our farms. At this point, I could think of two things we should be working on. One I've been talking about forever, and that's automating the farms. And that's probably going to be the thing that we work on next, because the second was this one, tidy corners and storage simplified. The reason I think this will probably be after we automate the farms is because when we automate the farms, we'll need a place to put everything. I don't know that this will solve for that, but that's kind of the way I imagined it. Also, look at this. It looks like we've been checking off a few of these. Let's just claim them all. Wow! Okay, that's a lot. I need my backpack. Goodness gracious, yeah, that gave us a lot. Pitchfork, that's kind of cool. We can chase young whippersnappers off our lawn. So let's assume that is the plan. We want to work on the farms. I guess first we should probably go through and collect what we've got now, because I see kind of two options for this. Though in my mind, I've already kind of made up my mind on which one we're going to do. You may think it makes more sense to make some kind of contraption that goes from this side and goes across all the way across the whole thing and just collects all of that. And it probably does. That probably makes more sense. But instead, I think what we're going to do is make something in the middle here that goes around in circles so we can be very specific about what we're harvesting. Because we have a few quests and they require certain things. And I just don't see a reason to collect a billion different types of crops if we don't need to. It's another peaceful moon tonight, and I'm not sure I'm ever going to get over that. We finished the harvesting, and just look at this thing. It's enormous. Now, as far as what we want to automate, I was thinking stuffed potato, steak and potato. Potatoes are no problem. I already have enough of that. Rice and onion, that's going to be the issue, especially rice. That is very slowly coming along. I wonder if you can bone meal rice. Easy way to find out. Oh, this growth is 67 if we hit it. Ooh. We can. And if you remember, because I do, we had that winemaker's apron, but there were other ones too, and if we get the full set, bone meal won't get consumed anymore. I might have to look into that. I think part of it is wool, so we'll go around collecting wool. And yeah, you're letting me get sidetracked again, citizen. You're supposed to stop this from happening. So for example, the hat. Red wool and straw. We have the apron, the leggings, blue wool, leather gold, and ooh, rabbit hide. That might be difficult. Oh no, you could turn leather into rabbit hide. Nice, okay. That might not be too bad. Do I have red dye, or can I make it? Well, there's some leather, and I almost forgot we can actually cook the rotten flesh, right? Yeah, that is handy. There we go. We've got roses that could turn into red dye. I guess, actually, we only need one for now. So we'll get one of those. Do I have any leftover straw? I have one, and I need two. How could you let this happen, citizen? One straw? I think I just got it, actually. There we go. So we can do that. There we go. Straw hat. Like I said, we've already got the apron. The leggings, we need blue dye. With all these flowers, it can't be that bad. Cornflower? Actually, blueberries. Gotta be, right? Yep. Haha. 2 blue. I think gold was in there somewhere. Is that everything? Yeah, look at that. Winemaker leggings. And the boots, finally, we just need, oh, brown and rabbit. Rabbit hide. So that for the rabbit hide. Brown. Cocoa beans? Is that right? Yeah, look at that. That is shocking. I had everything that I needed. Get brown wool, put that here. Rabbit hide, was it like that? No, the opposite, I think. There we go. So take a look. This is your legionary and battle garb. But if we swap all that out for this stuff, we're now winemaker legionary. How do I know if I'm getting the effect that, you know, the bone meal effect? Guess we test it. Because according to this, we've got it all. Bone meal won't get consumed anymore. So we've got 3 right now. And we continue to have 3. Look at that. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, wait. So actually, this means we probably can now move the rice. We don't need to do it here anymore, because look at this. Just infinite. What? It did get consumed. Oh, no. It uses the durability of my things instead of... Oh. Well, I hate that. I was so excited. That barely lasted for... That was less than a minute. I want my apron back. And everything else is almost broken. Apron is just a ton of red wool. Well, we can at least get that back. But I'm not happy about that. It's not just an infinite bone meal sort of glitch. What do you mean I actually have to pay? It's not fair. Oh, well. Even so, we should get this rice moved up here real quick. I don't like having to keep going down there. We did say we could put a little pond in over here. So we may as well. Yeah, this will work. All the way down. Fill with water. Sounds like somebody's name. Hi, are you Fill with water? There we go. Why doesn't this work? Oh, because I'm dumb, that's why. It needs to be rice. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. We need a quest, too. And that gives us more seeds and things. I shall take it. Alright, I need to automate this farm, or I'm just going to keep talking about it until we're at day 100. And I'm still saying, yeah, probably the very next thing, we're going to be automating this farm. So rice is down, and we are going to go make the materials that we need to set up auto harvesting. And just to give you my full plan, I think what I'm going to do is replace this thing right here with an auto harvester. That'll be the central point. Anything that we need at the time, we'll put within its radius, so it's auto harvesting that. And, well, it'll be there or here, because what I was thinking is we could probably put something like a granary back here, but we need a way to transfer the inventory from the farm over there. That's the difficult part. Actually, maybe it will work right here, because then if it's long enough, we could connect it here, and it could go underground? I'm not sure. We'll figure something out. But anyway, yeah, big old granary right here. Or granary? Is that how it's said? And that's where we could store all of the things that we're harvesting. Plans could change, obviously, but that is my current notion. So, for the automation, we obviously will need harvesters. I think we mentioned that before, which takes iron sheet, andesite alloy, and andesite casing. And the reason we did all of that work with our workshop is because these are expensive, and we need at least 5. In fact, wasn't that a quest? Nope, cogs and whimsy, 5, yeah. So let's start with that. 5 mechanical harvesters. Okay, I got the material over to the workshop. And I do need the smoosher for this, so we're going to get it hooked up. Okay, it looks like it didn't overstress anything, so that's good. Should be able to throw that down there, and nope, right there. Yeah, well, that's a lot easier than doing it manually. I think that's it, right? Yeah, there you go. 5 mechanical harvesters. Farmageddon begins. Don't really want any of these, but we'll take them. We did this one, collect 2 water buckets, but look at this. Craft a botter wucket. What does it mean? How is this possible? I know I'm getting distracted. Okay, it's 3 water buckets, but what does it do? Oh, I've got to know. We can't just let that go by, right, citizen? Botter wucket. Made the advancement infinite water. Is that what this is? Witchcraft. Like, if I just put you down here. Yeah, it totally is. This is just an infinite water bucket. That's cool. I don't know how useful it is, but it's very, very cool. All right, we've got our botter wucket. What was I even doing? That distracted me so much. Ah, yes, we need other things for automation. We need a mechanical bearing, which is actually very easy. There we go, 1 mechanical bearing. We also are going to need a windmill bearing. You may recall I mentioned that we're going to use windmill for this, windmill power, rather than water power. Getting more quest rewards, love to see that. There we go, 1 windmill bearing. We would also like some windmill sails, and I don't know how many. We actually don't need too many of these. So let's just see how many we can make. 1, 2, 3, 4, that gives us 8. Let's do 12. I think that will be plenty. And then last thing, I think, would be storage interface. Portable storage interface, of course. And I need to smoosh more iron. That gives us the chutes. And then we just need 2 of these, so there we go. Yeet tube and touch grass remotely. Getting more stuff. There we go. Okay, let's take down this bit right here. And we'll get a barrel at the bottom. And that'll just be storage for when the thing is moving. And I need something to place the harvesters on, so temporarily we're going to put down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and attach the mechanical harvesters to that. And then I believe what I want to do is have our mechanical bearing facing down at the, what is this? The barrel. So the sticky part will attach to the barrel, and then on top of that, we'll have a windmill bearing so that the back of this and the back of the windmill bearing are attached. Then we can have pretty much anything on top of the windmill bearing, so I'm just going to put a log, followed by the windmill sails. I think we could do 4 on each side, just like... Come on now. Come on now. Nope, doesn't like me. Let's try again. There we go. Like that. Or wait, no. 3 per side. I can't math, citizen. There we go. So not the prettiest thing in the world, but it will work. I am destroying this farm too. Whoops. All right, now, no, not glue yet, actually. We need... I should have built this over here. We'll test it, and that'll give us the opportunity to move it. So, glue. We could remove these bits of wood. I'm not going to. I think it looks fine the way it is. Just like you, citizen. I don't know if I need to glue more than that. That might be it. So, actually, I said test. Let's give it a test. So now all of this might be attached. So right-clicking the windmill bearing should check if it has windmill or enough windmill type stuff on top to make it run. And if the right amount of stuff is glued, this should work. So let's just see. That's going the wrong direction. So we want it to go counterclockwise. But, oh, because it's upside down maybe? Because I wanted, looking from top down, I wanted this to go clockwise. So if we do that, yeah, now it's going clockwise. And look at that. All the harvesters are turning. That's exactly what we want. It'll also give us an opportunity to clean up my mess here, even though we're going to be stopping it again once it gets over here. And the reason I don't need a lot of these is because it doesn't have to go fast. And actually, we might be able to see something happen here because it's going to pass through this. Yep, there we go. It's going to collect everything that is there. It's going to replant, so I don't have to do that, which is just beautiful. And then it's going to deposit in here. But, ooh, we get straw too. Nice. We don't want that, obviously, to just stay in there. So that's what this portable storage interface is about, and we need to stop it right about here. That way, we can set something up over here. In fact, I'm going to alter this just a little bit. Get rid of that. Take you back. Get that on there, make it a bit higher right there. Temporary block in between. Get the other one facing that way right there. Now those will have the opportunity to connect when this comes around. We want this to be glued back together. And then we want a chest right here with a chute leading down into it, and I can still open it. Good. So what should happen is this should harvest everything in the, basically 5 radius circle around it. When it comes by here, everything that has been picked up into the barrel, temporary barrel, should be placed into this chest. And then if we do make a granary over here, we just have to get what's in the chest over to there, whether it's manually or automatic. This is just much better than having to do everything manually. So let's make sure we're good, and this goes. Look at that, vertical logistics. It deposited everything here, and then it goes along its merry way. Everything works exactly as planned. I love it. Drive-by exchange. Now we just have to plant what we want in this area, which, to remind myself, you have no idea how interested I am in this steak and potatoes. Yeah, rice and onions. So actually, we could probably put some rice here to automate it. And potatoes. Okay, in the morning we'll plant some stuff. Okay, we've got potatoes, we've got onion. Oh, we'll need to breed our cows too for steak. Actually, let's do that now. I was remembering to do this a bit earlier, but then I kind of just started forgetting. So we'll do all of these. It bothers me that I don't get the hearts, the particles. I don't know why it's not doing that. Yep, everybody eat up. Not because I want to eat up later. Certainly not. All right, I think everybody got some, right? Ooh, actually, my botter wucket will come in handy. I can't say that and not laugh. How much rice can we get so far? None of this has grown. Wonderful. That just takes forever to grow. So I want at least 1 over here. Yeah, there we go. 2. That'll work. Because then what I'm hoping is we can do something like 1, 2, 3 right here. Dig a hole. Of course, it's all empty down there, so we do that. water wucket it in there, put some rice there. So I'm hoping when it grows up here, the harvesters will still be able to get at it. Then we'll do the other side as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Another empty hole. Do that. And hopefully that gives us a little bit of automation on the rice. And of course, we need potatoes and onions. We'll put down some onion. Nope, no. And I'm just going to watch it go by because I want to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure we're getting pretty much just everything this thing can pick up. So can you get all the way through to there? Yeah. Actually, it probably could get this one right here, too. All right, that is a good amount of potatoes and onions, and a little bit of rice. I want to expand that eventually. What else might we need? I think I have almost no beetroot, so maybe that. Shepherd's pie. I love shepherd's pie. So yeah, we're already doing onion and potato, except mutton and portobello. Okay, so no other produce. Yeah. I mean, this should be fine for now. I'll just do a bit more. Well, no, get the beetroot. Forgot about that. Yeah, I have 1 beetroot. Fantastic. And we should do some wheat because we'll need to keep breeding up the cows and the sheep. I do like that you can just right click and it automatically replants. That's nice. Okay, that is just about filled out. We need to wait to ensure that this all grows and make sure it's got enough light. Should hopefully be enough. That will all get dropped off in here, and what we can probably do, since this needs time to grow anyway, is start another build. Or the storage thing. So what do? Do we build a granary back here? Or do we look into tidy corners first? Actually, we should probably do this, because then we know how much space we might need inside of a granary for storage. So let's make a few of these things, like a storage terminal and an inventory connector. Oh wow, they're not exactly easy to make. Oh boy, yeah. It's almost like they don't want this to be easy for us. And I only have the 1 diamond left? No, that doesn't sound right. There they are, yeah. I thought I had way more than that. Okay. I don't think I have any ender pearls, however. And I don't think I picked up any glowstone for some reason. I thought I did when I was in the nether. Maybe I didn't. Or did I put it in a different chest? This is why we need inventory management. No, this was the nether chest. I don't think I did pick up any. Oh, poo. The old general has to put on his fighting garb once again. Alright, so technically just 4. This should be pretty quick. Let's just run in, grab some glowstone, run back out. And nothing bad will happen, right? Oh, we need an ender pearl too, so I mean, if we see an enderman, try to trap him in a boat. Of course, glowstone has to be all the way up there. Was there any the way we came before? Doesn't look like it. I'm guessing that's why we didn't pick any up. Alright, we need to head upward. Don't scare me like that. Guy's sneaking up on me. Okay, I see some over there that's a bit easier to reach. Don't want to lose my way. Ooh, glistering sprout. And yeah, let's take all of this. Glistering meadow. Very nice. And I guess we take some of this because it's weird and creepy and kind of cool. I just heard an enderman. Hello. Oh, I see you. Would you like to go for a ride in my boat? Where are you going? There you go. Hop right in. There you go. There's a good lad. We'll be extra safe, as we all want to do. And now, please give me an ender pearl, please. I said please, so you have to do it now. Right? Yes. See, kids, please and thank you works. That's all we needed. Let's head home. Oh! What was that? Walk through and take damage from a dorsal flower. Dorsal? Dorsal. There you are. Dorsal. Okay, we've got a lot of stuff. Let's get out of here. Oop! He's gonna be angry with me. Let's move. Ooh, okay. I hate it, but we got what we need. Let's go home. Ooh, look who's blocking the entrance. That's, fun. Okay. Oh, geez. He's coming for us. Please tell me you can't get through here. Oh, I hate these things. Their reach is obnoxious. Let's just see if we can take you out without you being able to hit us. There we go. That's much better. Alright, I'm making a run for it. I don't know why the area around our portal is like overrun, but it is, and I don't like it. Okay, no. Oh, okay. This is so much better. Are they gonna come through after me? Why did it get so overrun there? Ooh. Okay, let's go in the house. Other stuff in here. Actually, I want to put some of this stuff around. It's kind of nuts. Can you plant it on anything? Right there? Yeah. Kind of pepper these around. They're nice looking. I think we can probably, yeah, we can hang the ivy. That gives off a bit of light too. Nice. So we'll need some comparators. I think actually 3 is exactly how much we'll need, so let's get those. And now we can make an inventory connector. Apparently something we need. Like I said before, I have no idea how these things work, but we'll get one of those. And then a storage terminal. And we still need to make these. We'll just get 4, because why not? And there we go, storage terminal. Also, I can put this back on now, which I also think I noticed can be repaired with wool if I could find the wool. I thought I had some left. Well, maybe not. Let's grab a bit more. I require your wool, please. It looks like I could just put them in an anvil with some wool, and I mean, obviously it's going to cost levels, but I don't want them near broken. That's kind of annoying me. Plus, I've got plenty of levels, so let's just do it. Much better. Okay, anyway. Storage terminal gives access to your items. Place it on an inventory. Works on create contraptions. Okay, that's good to know. Inventory connector connects all of the touching inventories into one. Use a storage terminal to access all of your items. Trims can connect the gaps. Trims? Like these? Oak pillar trim? I don't know. Let's do this. Inventory connector. This is just going to be our test. We'll put you right there, and 28 free, 216 slots. Don't know what that means, but if we put the storage terminal onto that and then click it, oh, very cool. That's great. So it's actually getting all of these just because this connects them all together. That's fantastic. So we're probably going to just keep kitchen type stuff over here, but I'm going to move everything else to a new storage area. I really hope I can pick this up, please. Oh, good. Okay. Whew. All right. That is fantastic. We need to make really good use of that. So yeah, this is going to go away. We're going to move because we've got tons of just random things in all of these. Oh, I forgot we picked up that beach stuff. Let's put this down real quick so I don't forget. We can get a bar over here. Look at that. Nice. Little area over here to sit out front. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Nope, not like that. Like that. Table in between. That is a really big table. Yeah, that should do the trick. Anyway, we need an area for storage, and I already talked about a granary. I think I'm just going to use it as general storage. It'll look as if it's mainly for the farm, which it kind of is. That's going to be the majority of the stuff we're collecting. But I still think right up here, probably this spot right here. We'll dig that out, get area for a granary, and I do have a design in mind. So after I sleep, I'll clear out an area here, we'll start building, and then we'll get storage set up. See you in a few, citizen. I always enjoy playing with mods that allow for variations on blocks that aren't available in vanilla, especially if you can get them just by using a stone cutter. With some limestone and cobble variants available, I set to work creating a circular foundation structure framed in oak logs. As I reached the top, I used a handy-dandy spherical generator online to figure out a dome shape for the top, as this is how I imagine a granary should look. This was built with granite variant blocks to cover an attic room that surely won't be ignored for the rest of the video. Once the structure was up, I completed the ground floor interior by laying down some basic designs for flooring and fitting in a ton of chests to get our upgraded storage solution kicked off and running. I think that's a fine addition to the homestead, and it's quite useful too. It looks great from out here, but when you go inside, kinda empty looking, but good enough. I did use these corner trims and whatever the other kind was, pillar trims. I thought they could be used to connect inventories. It didn't end up working, but they look nice, so I kept them. I basically just put a ton of chests over here, ton of chests over here, and then a few more here to connect them all together. And then the inventory connector is right here, and then I can access everything from here. Which does mean we have a job ahead of us. I need to move everything that I don't want in the house over here. Luckily, the backpack can help a bit with that. And it's nice because not only can I take things out from here, but also I can just load them all in from this terminal. I don't have to go into each chest and do it. And then it just puts it in by itself. So this is fantastic. I love this thing. And look at how much storage we could have in the future if we needed to. So that means I need to move everything from the house over. By the way, this was working while we were building. A couple times I stopped over to grab the rice because it was harvesting the rice, which is really good to know. Also the beetroot I should probably plant. There we go. And the rice I have been planting over here, so we have a ton more now, which means soon we can get our steak and potatoes. Very odd thing to be going for right near the end of a 100 days. Well, not yet near the end, but I think by the time we get there it may be. But look at everything we've accomplished so far. Anyway, yeah, let's run back and forth a few times. Fill the backpack, fill the inventories, get it all over to our new granary inventory management system. And then we can look at the glory of neatly organized inventory. There's the last chest. We'll need to come back to empty out a few of these, but some, actually, we'll be keeping here. We'll probably just keep all the food in the pantry. That seems to make tons of sense. Is that what that is, a pantry? The cabinets? Whatever. You knew what I meant, citizen. There we go, this is the last of it. So now, we have tons of stuff here, all in one place. We can search. So if we're looking for seeds, we could just do that, get all the seeds. That is fantastic. Looks like we can sort by certain things. Oh, I'm in love with that. So we did that. I guess I could have done this to get some of those chests, and I kind of forgot we have special types of chests. I don't think we need them though. And there's more we can do. Craft as you go. You can craft without taking a step away from your goodies. So I'm guessing you can access this inventory and craft while you're not actually holding the items. There's a remote control so you can check your storage up to 16 blocks away. Just make sure you watch your step. So lots of different things we can do there. I'm so happy with this. I don't really have a desire to do more than that just yet. And we're approaching the end of these 10 days that we're on right now, and I completely forgot. I don't know what reminded me of it, but during a time lapse when I was mining with the drill, I found something down in the mine, and I didn't explore it yet because I was doing a time lapse. I didn't want to do it during the time lapse. I wanted to do it once I was live recording again, and I forgot to do it. So real quick, I want to go check that out. Before the end of the 10 days. It was way down at the bottom. And I do have my shield, just in case. It was this right here, a little secret room. Look at this! Wow! I heard zombies, so I dug over, and this is what I found. I did light it up, so... Ooh, quite the renovation. Find an upgraded monster room. What does it mean by upgraded? That worries me a little bit. And it was just a zombie spawner, so... Doesn't seem that upgraded, but... I don't know, are there traps or something? I'm sure it's fine. Let's see what they got for us. Ooh, feather falling 4. Thank you. Coin pouch? I don't know what those are. Got some other goodies in here. This is definitely a better haul than the last room like this that we found. See, this is more what I was expecting. Cobwebs and cobble. Useful. What is that? Pool noodle. Ah, fun stuff. Got all of that. Okay. And this, I'll take that. Okay, so neat stuff. Just thought I'd, once I remembered it, we'd actually collect. And now we have more for our massive inventory. Oh no, I forgot about these too. I have to move all this stuff over there. Okay, we're not done yet. But why don't I take care of this and then probably wrap up the 10 days this way, and then we will get back together for the next 10 days. Okay, only a little bit of time left and we have a lot to do still. So we've got to get to it. What is this? Ooh, Imperial Missive. An Imperial Inspector will arrive shortly to review the progress made on your homestead. Ensure they are afforded every courtesy, the Senate of Rome. And that's all it says. Imperial Inspector? Who would they send to inspect the homestead? Why would we even need an Imperial Inspector?
Hello, Legion.
What? Mrs. Legion? Why would they send you? I mean, I'm happy to see you, but...
Because I am the best inspector. I'm the best person for the job. That's why they sent me.
No, I agree. I just, it was probably a hard journey, and I thought they would send one of the senators or something, but no, I'm glad you're here.
No, they sent the best of the best.
No, well, I think that's great. I can show you around. I mean, you'll be here permanently eventually, so maybe you can tell me if I've missed anything or how everything's looking. Does that sound all right?
I mean... Yeah, that would be kind of ideal because I took the time to get here, so I'd be happy, dear husband.
I understand. Okay, well, this is the house, the first one that I built, the sort of center of the homestead, so you can come on in here. I put together some of the stuff here as far as just, crafting and some light storage, a little kitchen area. There's still more to do, but it's served in my efforts to get things started so far.
Can I cut you off, husband? Did you see the note that I left you?
The note?
I don't know if this is what I asked for necessarily. I was thinking more like she shed, that sort of thing.
A shed?
I don't think this is what we discussed.
Well, in what way? I think it looks okay.
I don't know. I was thinking something a little more like homey and, comfortable. I don't like the look of that blade. I mean, what if there are little legions in the future? I don't think that'd be particularly safe for them to be around.
There's three mini legions. I would hope you would remember that. Anyway, yeah, this will move once I'm done building, definitely.
Because I guess what I was going for is something that I could make my own. I need room for my sewing. I need room for my wine. I need room for gossiping with my girls. So what about this did you think would be conducive to that?
Well, it's not done. Nothing you see here is done. This is just so I could get things built. This is more like, a work area. Yep.
Okay, well, good job.
And we're not done. Come on, I'll show you some more. Come on out here.
Okay.
Now you'll notice as we pass. Look at this little beach sun lounger, and what is this?
Okay.
Why can't I see what this is? Beach chair and a palm table.
Okay.
Lots of nice things there. And
Okay,
you'll
so
notice. Yep.
Oh, I was just gonna say that's kind of more along the lines of what I was thinking.
Okay.
Somewhere I can relax with a nice glass of Roman wine.
Yep. Good. Now over here, all the animals, and there is a dog somewhere in here, and I keep forgetting I need to bring him bones because he's not actually tame yet. But there is a dog in here. There's cows, there's sheep, a couple mules, donkeys. So we've got lots of livestock. I'm sure you'll be out here taking care of most of them for the most part, right?
I sincerely doubt that, but I think that was a nice thought that you had there.
And then we have the fields over here, so I've been planting lots of different crops and things to get ready to cook some meals. Believe it or not, I've spent about 80 days, and I haven't even had the opportunity to cook a meal yet. I'm still waiting on that, but very, very soon.
You do know I need regular meal times, right? I mean, you've spent that long, and you don't even have a meal cooked yet?
Well, I'm sure I can, yeah.
It looks like what do you have there, like tomatoes and wheat and stuff?
That should do, right?
Are those what, potatoes?
Yeah.
I mean, come all the way out here and you give me potatoes.
Yeah, very soon it's going to be cooked steak and potatoes. That's what I'm working on, but that's all I've got so far.
Is it going to be medium rare?
For you, anything, yes.
All right, dear husband, thank you. As long as we're on the same page.
Yep. Let's see here. And then over here, this is the granary, the storage essentially. And right here, there's a storage terminal. I just got this set up. So everything that I've been collecting is in all of these chests, but accessible through a single terminal, which I was very proud of.
There doesn't seem to be like a labeling system. Are you going to remember what's in each one? How does that work?
Well, that's the beauty of it. You don't have to remember. Come over here to where it says this storage terminal. You right click on that. And if you right click it, you can see all of the storage. It doesn't matter what chest it's in. You can access all of it from there.
Well, blessed Minerva, isn't that convenient?
It certainly is. So that's the storage. Plenty of room for expansion if we need it. And lastly, if you'll come around the path this way, well, obviously the apple tree, that's beautiful, but...
yeah, I have to hand it to you, the apple tree is a nice touch.
The thing that I grew and didn't build, that's the nice touch. Wonderful. Anyway, in here, so over here, this is the, you can call it the workman shed or whatever you want, really. It's just the create components that I've used to get some of the things running for industrial type things around here.
It's not that cute, but it looks useful. It looks like it's gonna serve its purpose. I like it could use a splash of color, if I'm being honest, but it's useful. I think you did a good job there.
Yeah, I like the rustic look and just the sort of worn down little workshop.
I guess.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it so far. Everything there you see is running by these water wheels down at the river, and that's about it.
All right, well, I think you did a good job. There would be a couple things that I would change personally, but I guess you're the person that has to build them, so...
That's very heartening. Thank you. I appreciate it. Makes all the work I've been doing out here worthwhile.
Husband?
Yeah?
Husband, what's going on?
Who
are they?
Ah! Run for it!
Take your hands off me! I'm a senator's wife!
They almost killed me! I've got no food!
You do have a well. Right.
Hold on, I'm coming.
Husband, isn't this what you're here for?
Mars Exulte! Never fear. I've got them.
I can see you've got everything under control.
Yep.
Good job.
Maybe some walls might not go amiss.
Yeah, just like a basic fence, I think. Might even be better than what we have here right now.
Yep. Ooh, man. Okay. We got it covered.
Where did you go, husband?
No problem. Hold on. We got it covered. I got the last one. That was the last of my food. I almost died, but yeah, we're safe.
I'm glad to hear it. I don't think I'm doing very well. I think I'm a little poorly. Do you have a bath set up anywhere? It's been a long day. We just got attacked by whoever those uncouth gentlemen were. I could really use a hot bath.
A roving gang of street toughs. Never you mind. They're fine. But hold on, I gotta drink some milk. They cursed me, and as everybody knows, milks cure curses. Milks? Milk cures curses.
That's singular.
Yep. All right. Hold on. There we go. Nom, 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 nom. We're good. Yeah, a bath, and you probably need some food after that. Let me.
Yeah, you mentioned a steak, medium rare.
Oh, steak. I just ate the last steak. Hold on.
Okay.
No. I got something.
Is it better than a steak?
Well, that's in the eye of the beholder, isn't it? Here you go.
I guess.
Wait. So yeah, you got the bread. Bath. That's a really good note, actually. Yeah. I'm gonna go into free cam so I can see a bit more what's going on here.
Okay.
Where would you recommend for a bath? Because I'm looking around in free cam. Maybe would it be good down by the river?
I'm thinking something by the water. You can have some windows. You can look out at the water, feel nice and relaxing. You know, I think that's a good idea. I think we're on the same wavelength there.
If we were to put in a bath, do free cam again, do we think kind of where it curves right here, the river into this, it almost has a natural little bay starting to collect right here. If I cleared some of this out, made a bath down by the water, but obviously separated it from the main river, would that do all right?
Yeah, I think kind of keeping it on the natural curve might be a nice touch. Just clear a bit of that out, and yeah, I think that sounds good.
I can do that.
I'm sorry for being so kind of rude to you earlier. It is a long journey. You're trying your best out here.
It's understandable, and I didn't even have a meal ready for you. I would have appreciated more than 3 seconds notice that you were showing up, but that's okay.
No. Happy wife, happy life. If I ask for a steak, you make a steak.
This is true. You walking in my rice fields?
Yes.
How dare you? Yeah, so that's doable. I will get the bath put in. I will clean up things around here. I'll make sure that the house, the homestead, has the comforts that you're used to for a Roman villa. And by the time you get back, I assume you have lodgings nearby, and it sounded like you weren't interested in staying while I complete work.
Yeah, when I was coming in, I got an offer from some of the villagers. I think I'm gonna kind of bunk up with them, and yeah, you could just send word for me when this is like all done, when it's perfectly done. But yeah, I'll just be over with, I'll find some villagers.
Okay. Yeah, so I will do that. Yeah. I'll get the bath put in. When you return, I will have meals, hot meals, cooked and ready, and that'll be ready to go.
Medium rare.
Medium rare. Medium rare. It'll be medium rare.
All right. Thank you, husband. Good job.
Yep. Thank you. All right. I will get back to work. I'll see you in a bit.
Oh, okay. See ya.
Well, consider the stakes raised, citizen. We need to hurry with our plan to make meals, medium rare on the steak, of course. We need to put in an outdoor bath next to the river, and a bit of wine wouldn't go amiss, it sounds like. Looks like we're kind of already on our way there, but, well, I don't know. Maybe the bath is last. We start with food and wine in case this takes time to make. We can at least maybe plant something. It looks like there's a grapevine stem that's required to plant grapes, so let's get that. And easy enough, it's just logs, so a few of those. I do have some seeds, and we have lattice. No, not lettuce. Lattice. We might be able to just put something over here. Can I plant overgrown lattice? Okay, so I'm guessing that means these will grow on the lattice. Kind of weird, they're far away from it, but who knows? We'll see if that works. At the same time, grapevine stems. So it says plant seeds on stems, click the upper half of the stem to plant. Let's do that here. Okay, I can't place it on farmland. There we go. Got a few there. We've got white grape seeds. Upper part, there we go. Sowing the future. A few more over here. And hopefully, we'll start getting whatever it is we need. But it seems like a good first step, doesn't it? Oh yeah, I found this bag when we went and looted that, or got taxes from that other winery. Let's just put that down here. No idea what it is, what it does, but it's nice. Onto meals. I don't want to be caught without food if the so-called Imperial Inspector shows up again. So let's grab as many of these things that we can, because we want 64. And that means many, many more cows. Eat up, ladies. We have plenty of potatoes, plenty of onions. The rice is what's going to be a bit slower. And the beef. But at the same time, this is now full over here. So when all of these are done, that should be pretty quick, I would think. It does make me wonder, are we going to need things like this? Skillet, cooking pot? I don't know if that's required, but we should get some more tools for the kitchen. They're gonna come in handy. We'll need to cook up some clay because I need bricks, along with various other things. Shouldn't need many of these actually. So for a cooking pot, that's what we've got. Brick, wooden shovel, water bucket, iron, and that we can do. Let's get a cooking pot. And then skillet, just iron and a brick. Not too bad. There we go. So we've got a quest completed there. And my assumption is that we can put it on the stove? No? Use your other hand to hold ingredients. Okay. Well, I don't know what I'm trying to make though. Use a knife on food items on the cutting board. Drip wood, vegetables, meats, and more. So for example, raw beef can be minced beef. Oh wow, 100 pages. You could use this on everything. Okay. Let's just follow the quests. May as well just experiment. So mutton on there with an iron knife gives us raw mutton chops. Okay. Cabbage can do cabbage leaf. Unsurprising. Asparagus can do... Nope. Never mind. How about onion? I think because these aren't Farmer's Delight things, they don't work. Here we go. Here's something we could do with a cooking pot. Vegetable soup. Just kind of practice before the steak and potatoes. Okay, so cooking pot with beetroot, potato, cabbage, carrot. We can do that. Can I put the cooking pot on here? There we go. Dinner's served. Nice. So that's where this goes, apparently. Nice. And we just put it all in there? Probably need a bowl. A bowl is just like that, right? Yeah. So beetroot. Ah, okay. Potato, cabbage, carrot. Oh, look. It's cooking. That's cool. Going through here, and then when it gets to the end, vegetable soup served on a bowl, which means I'm guessing we have to put these here, and then yeah, it starts getting into the bowl. That's so cool. We're cooking. So once we're done with the bread, we can move on to vegetable soup, which has comfort, whatever that means, and it's way better than bread. Wow. Okay, so we figured out the cooking pot. That gives us the quest. Ooh, some of the grapes are ready too. Look at that. I got distracted. So let's make sure we collect these. Gotta come in handy, right? And then I can almost do another quest. So I think we can now make these. There's Farm and Charm, we want the Farmer's Delight one. Carrot crate, potato crate, all of those things. And it looks like we can get everything we need for the quest except for beetroot, because I just finally planted a decent amount of those. So once we have that, we can do this one. Very close. That means the next. Finally, steak and potatoes. I'm more excited for that than I should be. Don't judge me. That can be some of our food stores over here. I'm in full distraction mode right now because I'm waiting for beetroots to grow, but I'm finding all these other things that I just think look really cool, so I'm just placing them everywhere, as we are wont to do. Speaking of distraction mode, we did say that some walls wouldn't go amiss, because I do every once in a while notice some creepers over here, and nobody really needs that, so why don't we... Well, where's the edge of our property? Who knows? Let's say over here we connect to this tree. Oh, no way. I did that accidentally, and look at that. It does like an angle. That's so cool. Oh, I love that. We'll just bring a wall down to the water. That should give us decent protection. Stop the embarrassment of having raiders attack when the wife visits. Okay, that's one over here. Now the other side. By the time we're done with that, I think hopefully the beetroots will be done. Also, that's the last bread, so we can move on to our veggie soup. This will be a much bigger wall, won't it? Yeah. Let's just see what we can do. It does help that we can go at an angle, because then we can start from the water and sort of angle it in to surround, I don't know, maybe behind the granary? I'm not quite sure yet. Also, since we are in full distraction mode, you know what else I completely forgot about? Do we still have it? Yeah, the paraglider. I completely forgot about that, and we need to repair it. I'm probably going to forget about it again, let's be honest. But I like my paraglider. Let's just connect up to this tree here. That's probably good. That's a decent amount of wall that we didn't have before. And nothing really spawns back there, I don't think. Not to say it couldn't. There we go. If that doesn't scream protection, I don't know what does. Let's check on our beetroots. That'll do it. Nice. Oh, no way. What? Look what I just found. I was looking back at the recipe. You can make wheat into raw beef. What is it, like a veggie burger or something? That is so weird. We might do that. I mean, we're gonna slaughter some cows, but that might help. Also, we can have our first one of this. Wow, look at the hunger bar down there. Look at how much it's gonna fill if we eat the vegetable soup. Whoa, that's so much. Comforting. Comfort. Beneficial. I don't know what that means, but I am comforted. All right, there we go. Beetroot, Garden of Plenty. And that, I think you'll find, means the next one for us is steak and potatoes. And stuffed potatoes, I suppose. Also, I just have to check if that was messing with me. Oh man, you can totally do it. That is nuts. All right, so I've got collecting to do. I need 64 raw beef and I need 64 rice. Then I need to bake some of this stuff. Cooked rice, how do we do that? Oh, in a cooking pot. Okay, that's easy enough. Okay, so I'm gonna do collecting. Once we have 64 of each of these, we can start cooking and get what is essentially the final boss of this video, steak and potatoes. Yep, strangest final boss yet. Yes, I also forgot about the wine stuff. We actually picked up a fermentation barrel. Again, taxes. So we might be able to do some of this, maybe? We'll need glass for wine bottles, and I'm guessing there's an easier way to do it than going out and doing some manual labor to collect sand. For example, if I do that now, our milling machine, get this out of the way, millstone. I think I can put a bunch of cobble. I can never do that. Put a bunch of cobble in there. There we go. That'll turn into gravel. Then I think we could turn the gravel into sand. That way we could just cook it all up, get some glass, get some wine bottles. And we might be pretty close to being able to do this. I'm not going to make it like an area for this. Mrs. Legion didn't command us to, so we're just going to put it here. And I think that might be all we need. We'll find out. There we are, 64 gravel, right back in. And I was wrong. Nope, nope, no, 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 no. Nope, 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 nope. I thought that was how you made sand. Nope, it's just sandstone. It must be crushing. Yeah, it's crushing wheels. Aw, man. I'm not doing crushing wheels. Aw, I was trying to avoid work. I have 6 sand in storage and 15 glass. That might actually be enough. Yeah, I didn't see that. You actually get 4 wine bottles out of this, so that's not terrible. Yeah, and three of the glass bottles out of this, so yeah, I guess with that, we'll have 12. Yeah, that's fine. I don't need much at all. So we're working on 2 things. Wine bottles and collecting the stuff that we need. I'm on track. I'm remembering what to do. Kinda. Who wants to make more cows? Old McCosy had a farm. We just did something apparently. So it looks like you... Huh, weird. You need white grape juice in there, but the glowberries in a wine bottle. Depends on what you're making. Red wine actually isn't bad. Just sugar, wine bottle, red grape juice. How do you make red grape juice? It doesn't really say. But maybe the grapevine pot? Ah, here we go. Jump on top of grapevine pot a few times and show those grapes who's boss. Grapevine pot, apple pressed grapes, empty wine bottle. Create your first bottle of juice. It's all coming together. So we make one of these, grapevine pot. Put it next to that. Juice it up. Beautiful. I have red grapes, but most of what I have is white grapes. What can I use white grapes for? Well, white grape juice, obviously. But which wine uses that? Some of them is the answer. The glowberry one does. No, let's just stick with the red wine. That's fine, because all we need is sugar. And there's another one here. So if I... 1, 2, 3, 4? I'm assuming I have to do more than that, because I can't get anything out. Do I smoosh him a bit? Hiya, hiya. Pulling an I Love Lucy. Am I doing it? Is it working? Yeah, I just read the instructions again. This is apparently right. Unless you need to fill it all the way. Do I need to keep going until it says stop? Now I can't right click anymore. So maybe now yeah, there it is. Can I have that please? Juicy success. 2 bottles of red grape juice. Perfect. We're getting the hang of this. But once more, red wine. We need sugar and red grape juice. I have sugarcane on me, but only 1. Oh man. What? I just heard a ha. What are you? Excuse, wandering plushie trader? No kidding. I think I already have this one. You are a bit of a creep. I don't know that I want you on my land. I put up walls for this. Okay, I'm gonna slowly back away. Don't touch my wine. I need to see if I've got more sugarcane. I need to put up a no solicitors sign. Yeah, I had more, so we need 2 of those. So sugar, wine bottles, red grape juice. 50%. Now what? That's it, right? Red grape juice, sugar, red wine bottle gives you red wine. Maybe it's working? Wait, 50%. Did it need to be whatever it said? 10%? I figured 10% is just like what it definitely needs. But more should be fine, right? Just in case, let's replace these with the red ones so we can grow those. Using a fermentation barrel, add the required juice, additional ingredients, and wine bottles to create your first wine. So yeah, maybe it just takes time. Oh yeah, crafting time. There we go. So yeah, it takes some time. Look at us. We're making wine. Back to work, creep. I need rice and beef. I think one more run through here breeding and it might be time, if you know what I mean. So enjoy it while it lasts, cows. It's a feeding frenzy. I do kind of wish I had looting or something to improve my chances here, but we'll just see what we can get after we make things a little roomier in here for everybody else. All right, that's over half. We're doing something at least. This guy's just hovering over here. He definitely wants to steal my wine. Not gonna happen, buddy. It's almost done. And done. Red wine. We're definitely not waiting 144 days for it to improve quality. But there you go, our first wine, Roman made. All right, I'm just gonna hang out here with Dingus for a little while. We'll get enough rice, we'll get enough beef, and then we'll move on to the meals because we have wine. We're good to go on that front. Just need some food. Oh, this is that thing we did. Old Makosi had a farm. What is a feeding trough? I'm gonna feel stupid if that auto breeds animals. I'm realizing how little I actually know about this mod pack. Animal feeding trough, no condition, block drops. Yeah, it's hard to tell, but I'm guessing that's what this does. And yep, I feel pretty stupid. We're gonna go put it in there. So if this is here, and I put that in there, I'm guessing everybody's gonna eat out of it and just automatically breed. Oh, I could have been doing that earlier. That's annoying. Cookie bag. Put a cookie bag down, why not? No idea what a jar is. And that's okay. Also, I did forget, but then I remembered. Glider. We could probably do a diamond glider. So if I made reinforced paper, and I've got all these diamonds that I haven't used yet, and no, this is not a silly reason to use your diamonds, I can get 3 reinforced paper. And with that, I've got string, sticks, feather. I could get a diamond paraglider. Ho ho ho! What do you say about that, citizen? You say what better way to end these 10 days by going up there and using your paraglider? I agree, and really hope that it works. Oh, hello. I just came up here right behind the place, and there's something else built right here. What is this? There's a bed up there, it looks like. Paraglider. Fire Watch Tower Cherry. Well, there's a pig bed. I'll take that. Anything else? Ow. Hello. Firework rockets, spyglass, maps. Okay. Yeah, whoa. Okay. Somewhat interesting, I suppose. Also, I don't know that I knew there was a cherry biome right behind here, but it is nighttime, so I'm going to go to sleep. This is the end of the 10 days. We are going to have to hurry in the next 10 days to get food for Mrs. Legion and get the bath set up. So I will see you in, I love that, the next 10 days, citizen. So this has been working, and yeah, we just have to refill it with wheat, and these will all essentially just breed on their own. Which is good, because we just got all the rice we need. I just need a bit more of the raw beef, which, as I mentioned, is now not a problem. I did make some sun-kissed wine, just so we have a red and a white. And after a few more of these, we are ready to cook our meal. There we go, that's all we need. Oh man, I'm excited. This has been a long time coming. Okay, so we need lots of bowls. In fact, I think we'll need 2 stacks of bowls. We cook the beef into steak, we cook the potatoes into baked potatoes. Fortunately, we got these smokers earlier. So we'll do raw beef in here, we will do potatoes in here, get that started. Then we need to do the rice, which is rice with a bowl in the cooking pot. Lots of bowls, and lots of rice. We put all the rice, I'm double checking, this rice took so long to get. Cooked rice, yeah, that's what we need for steak and potatoes. Okay, rice in there, bowls in here, that should go and automate to give us cooked rice. Okay, good. Now we wait for all of that to complete. There's our steak, as well as the baked potatoes. The rice is almost done. There we are, lovely. I think that's it, actually. Baked potato, steak, bowl, onion, cooked rice. Oh, it's time, citizen. A full stack of steak and potatoes. Oh, and it gives me the bowl back, nice. Oh, I made these 2 cabbage rolls, so we've got a full meal here. Cabbage rolls, vegetable soup, and steak and potatoes. Task complete, final boss defeated. I really want to eat these now, but I'm gonna save them. We don't want to be rude. We'll wait for Mrs. Legion. We'll try them then. Oh, but we finally did it. Now, if we wanted to, I could also make these stuffed potatoes. Oh, no way, it gives me an advanced feeding upgrade. And the whole time, I didn't realize that was the reward. Unless I mentioned it earlier and totally forgot, but no, I don't think so. Wow, now I really actually want to do it. It's just stuffed potatoes takes more beef or portobello. Portobello, I don't know that I have that. Well, let's check. It's a harvest moon, so I'm staying awake. It says it'll help my crops. Nope, I don't have portobello. I guess that means we just wait on the cows again. And the sheep are going to become a problem, aren't they? Yeah. Well, you know what that means, sheep. Goodbye. Goodbye. We should see if there's something I can cook with mutton, because I have now a lot of that. Actually, after the harvest moon, we should work on the bathhouse. We are in the last 10 days. And we kind of need to get a move on. Alright, I got some materials. We're going to start work on the bath. And it is going to be sort of an outdoor bath. I need to decide what makes sense here. Some pretty cool looking ones you can use with diorite. Let's at least get this marked out because I have an idea. I want it to be obviously like an outdoor, sort of natural looking, almost like open air gazebo type of look. And luckily, I mean, we're already in the water, so all I need to do is get rid of this dirt down here and then kind of just enclose it. No need to fill it myself. And we'll make it pretty large. I don't see a reason not to do that because, like I said, we're building it into something that exists here already. And I also want it to kind of go with the natural terrain. I don't want it to be a regular shape. At least on one side, it won't be a regular shape. Bring it out to here so it's even over there. Then we connect it across with some sort of bends at the end. Is that an okay shape? Like I said, I don't want it to be a regular shape. Be a bit natural looking. And then over here we'll have the shallow end. It is going to be a bit difficult to get campfires under here if we want it to be heated, which I'm sure we do, but we'll figure that out once we get the floor covered. And we'll go down a little bit deeper on this level. And then I'm going to have a little deeper part right here, but maybe since we have this, I should dig under here a few so we have a place to put campfires. There we go. This should work. Paraglider! Hooray! Every chance I get, I'm going to do that. Now, this won't put them out, right? If I do that? Yeah, they'll be fine. Okay. Can I just, like, straight up put them under the water? Yeah, I totally can. Doesn't seem like it should work, but it does. Oh, I meant to put them one deeper. Ah, well, doesn't matter. We'll say this is the deeper spot. There we go. That'll work. Oh, wait. Maybe it won't. There we go. All right, so that is our general shape, and I think that looks good. Now, we have these other things, whether it's little accents or we do need a way over here, like a pathway. So I guess first, let's make this a manageable incline, and then we'll make a stairway or figure out what we want to do here. Then we can have this pathway branch off, come over here, lead into the baths. I love these little paving things. I wish that was in vanilla. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot. I don't want to have to hop up. We want these here. That's better. Okay. Then I did say gazebo-ish type thing, so maybe once you get to a certain point, like back here, because it's a little bit more regular, we can say column and column, as well as back at these corners. And then we'll need them maybe right about here. Get 3 fence on top of each of these. Then I brought these trim as well. I keep wanting to find ways to use these. I wonder how it would look if I just did something like that. I just like, they add a lot of complexity just because of how many angles they have, and I really like that. Then these we can put on the inside because it can almost be like a support for whatever we're going to put above it. I'm not sure yet, but that is really nice. I like these. Can also be on the side over here, just adding to the railings a little bit. I also made these canvas rugs. I think we can put these around almost like they're just coverings or towels that have been left lying around. Let's also grab some trapdoors. Can I get up on top of here using the glider? I totally can. So trapdoor, can I use these bamboo mats like... No, it's not going to let me. Well, I can do that. That's something. Now, can I hang a lantern off of this or place it there? No, man, I wish I could. I have leftover glowstone, though between all these things, I'm not sure how I want to add lighting, because I could just do that off to the side, but I'm not sure how I feel about it. Well, that should at least make it safe. And then maybe I can replace... No, not that one. Maybe that one? Get a little bit of light in the middle of the pool. Or bath. Yeah, I didn't realize it's kind of turning into more of a pool, isn't it? But, I mean, you gotta have a nice area to get clean, right? Do we want a bit more shade? Like if we connect a bit of this? Something like that. That way if you're sitting at the edge of the pool, you can get some shade. Bath. The edge of the bath. There we go. A little bit of shade. Nice design. It has heated water. I think this looks really good. What do you think? Mrs. Legion's gonna love it. Man, look at this place. I want to live here. Like, real life live here. I would love it, man. Very good. Okay, mission accomplished on the bath. We're good on that. Where am I going? Storage. Put some of this stuff away, see what's left. I was able to get enough steak, so I think we can make, what was it, the stuffed potato? And same for the potatoes. We do have to use milk buckets. So that might be kind of annoying, but it's also not a problem. We have basically infinite. So we'll be able to check that off. Also, you might notice down at the bottom, the hotbar has changed. And that looks pretty cool now. I like it. so we can at least see that for the end of the video. And shout out to the mod pack creators for pointing that out. Tokimi and Melion reached out and mentioned how I can fix that, so I appreciate it. Thank you. And speaking of, if you would like to try the pack for yourself, I always like to have these in the description, so check below. I'll have a link to that if you'd like to give it a shot. But anyway, once this is done, we can make 64 stuffed potato, get the quest for that checked off, and get our advanced feeding upgrade. And by that time, Mrs. Legion should be back, and we can show her all of our progress. Okay, so these are done. We can take those out now. And we can start making our stuffed potatoes. Oh, hey, Mrs. Legion, you got my my message that I'm pretty much done around here now.
I did. It's good to see you, dear husband.
Yep.
I'm excited to see the progress you made.
Yeah, I was actually just making the last of the food. I did get your steak, so we're ready to go on that. How about I show you around first, and then, well, you probably saw the first thing on your way here over on this side. Watch out for the blueberries. Those will get, yeah, it'll get you. Yep. So I have this on both sides. I got just, like we said, a wall or a fence. That way, hopefully, we shouldn't have any more roving gangs of ne'er-do-wells. Okay. Yep. And it's also on the other side, so both sides we should have the protection, but that's not what you're interested in, I'm sure. Check this out. No, it's not. If you step right down here and down this pathway, you'll notice I started by thinking bath, but then it almost kind of turned into pool or massive hot tub, but it is heated and it has some shade from the sun, and I hope it meets your expectations.
It does. I like this tile. Ooh,
it's nice,
water's nice. Okay, yeah. I'm happy with this. I have to admit, I'm pretty pleased with this.
Okay, also completely unrelated, but check this out. Look what I made. Whee!
Whoa, that's pretty cool.
Look at that. Paraglider. Whee! I love it. Okay.
Can I try that, or is that only for Legion?
That's a Legion only thing. It's not that I don't trust you, but it's kind of...
I feel like it is because you don't trust me, but that's
a little
fine.
bit, yeah. Really, the only other change, I didn't really build anything, but if you're curious, this is where I was making the wine, and I'm sure that you'll be interested in this. Fermentation barrel, but also the grapevine pot, the wine that we'll be drinking, smooshed by legionary toes. I actually stomped on the grapes, so you'll probably be able to detect that in the taste. Yep, so with all of that, I want to cook up one other dish just in case you want to try a separate thing. So maybe if you want to spend a minute or two in the baths, I'm going to go finish making the food, and then, which is good because this is actually the last day I have in this world.
Couldn't get away from you fast enough. Go finish my meal.
Unbelievable. You hear that, citizen? Okay, so we can just craft this. You have the three things here: milk bucket, baked potato, steak. We can craft that into stuffed potato. This is why I was saying it would be a bit obnoxious, because I have to keep moving milk buckets in and out. Unless there's an easier way to do that, but I'm not aware of it. So give me 1 or 2 minutes, citizen. I'm going to take care of this. We will go get set up for dinner, and then we'll be wrapping up this 100 days. Okay, and that's the last one. And that should... Yep, there it is. Quest completed. Food for the journey. That gives us the advanced feeding upgrade, which, let's be honest, is going to be a huge help right at the end of the video, but this is great. You can put it in sophisticated backpacks right here, toggle it on and off, and then over at the side, you'll see the settings where you can choose, when do you want to eat? Do you want to filter it so you only eat certain things? And then any food that's in your backpack gets eaten, so I don't have to do it manually. Pretty cool. All right, I'm back. I've got the food, and I'm going to see if I can set it up here for you on these.
It's been really relaxing in here, nice and clean, for what I hope is a delicious meal with my sweet, sweet Legion.
Yep. Well, I was hoping I'd be able to put these on the cutting board, and it's not actually working.
Oh, that's okay. You can try your best.
Nope, never mind. I think I just had the wrong one. So let's just check if I... do that. We have your steak and potatoes. Ooh. So that's that right there. We've got a stuffed potato, and I also have cabbage rolls.
So I can eat right from the comfort of this beautifully crafted hot spring bath.
You absolutely could. And I see you've already got a potato in your hand, so you're good to go there.
I do, yeah.
Here, let me, rather than that, here, I'll give you a separate one so you can enjoy looking at that, but also have one of your own.
Ooh, you know what? That is not bad. I mean, I've had pinker medium rare, but that was pretty tasty. Thank you.
Yeah, and it looks like you needed it. I can see your health bar. I think you were on 1 or 2 hearts, so I think you definitely needed it.
I was a bit peckish, so
yeah, from the travels and everything, right? Yeah, I'm gonna hop in too.
From my disgusting night staying in the villager motel.
Oh yeah, how was
I
that?
said, I feel like I not only need this physical cleansing, but a spiritual one as well. It was 0 out of 5 stars. Do
Yeah,
not recommend.
I can well believe. And actually, I haven't tried this yet, but I'm not hungry yet, so I have to jump and hop around to get some energy out, and then I can try it. Now, I have waited 100 days to do that. Look at that. I got an advancement. Nourishing.
Well, it
So I
certainly
got-
tasted nourishing.
Yep, and I got a nourishment effect. I don't know what any of those do, but it seems good. And look at the hunger bar. It's completely filled. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, my energy looks like it restored, so well done, husband.
Thank you very. Oh, and I forgot the wine. I forgot I had the. Would you? So I've got red wine and white wine. What would you prefer?
Aren't you supposed to have red wine with steak?
You are, yeah.
Okay, so we'll do red then. I don't want to be too gauche.
All right, here you go. There's a red wine for you. Ah, the noble drop. You made the achievement.
Okay, cool. Clink.
Yeah, clink. All right, salute. Ah, lovely.
Ooh. Don't want to drink too much of that. Tastes good.
You didn't drink any of it. Oh, whoa! I have slow falling. Oh yeah, that's the effect of the wine. It causes slow falling. Nice.
Ooh. Can I do it too? Wee.
Yeah, who knew?
Who would have thunk?
So overall, I'm really happy with how everything turned out. I'm glad that Mrs. Legion approves. We were able to get a really nice bustling little homestead set up. We've got a place for our animals. We have storage in the granary. We've proven that we can do pretty much automated food for life now that we have all of the steak and the various types of crops set up here. And we even have our little workman's hut or whatever we're calling that anytime that we do need create components. So I'm happy with all of that, Mrs. Legion. Are you happy with everything that's been set up?
I'm really, really happy. I'm glad they sent me to visit you. I've had a really good time. You did a good job.
I'm glad. Only thing that's left is to relax and wait for day 100 to end.
The perfect way to end the day. Oh, are those ducks?
Yep.
I love ducks.
So that'll do it for 100 days. You want to wrap up for us, Mrs. Legion?
I do indeed. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one, citizens. Well, Legion will. I'm going on another vacation.